G'day, guys. What is cracking? Welcome to Supercoach Talkback live for round 4. Oh, man. Time to crack a cold one, I think, because this round, this season can absolutely get in the bin. You spend so much time on preseason research and you put hours and hours into it, and then sometimes luck just doesn't go your way. And this is what you got to realize about the game. Luck plays a massive part at times. There's always those great coaches that are there year upon year up there in the top 1%, but it is so hard to get everything right with all the carnage that's going on. So I tell you what, this close to deleting the app, this close at the moment, just, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but just the injuries at the moment. So just this round, I brought in Timmy English, Dacos early out, and then Ed Richards apparently in the warm-up or something. Give me an absolute break. Sherry Knobhead got suspended. All of us, Petraka, Rosie, it is absolute carnage, and you just can't play the game that you want. You just like hamstrung at the moment. So let's get into the comments and see how you're feeling, guys. If you've managed to avoid most of the carnage this week, then I think you've done pretty well. Shane Ahoy, mate. Stop the Noah coaster on off, mate. This is one of my healthy blokes and just not hungry. I put a tweet out saying, what is going on with this man? Just running the middle lanes, doesn't seem interested in actually getting the football, and just been super disappointing. Got him for this early run, and wow, just has not worked out, mate. Get on Farrow. Well, he's looking all right, isn't he? I did not watch the last quarter. Couldn't bring myself to watch the last quarter. After Timmy English went off, I just crossed my fingers that Bont would stay healthy and deliver a half-decent captaincy score, which I think he did. But, oh, man, what a disaster. Roddy, English, my trading for the week. It wasn't Gorn, wasn't Grundy. It was English. There, hi, mate. What to do with English and which rookies should we jump on? Oh, look, mate. We'll have to have a deep dive into the numbers and the break even to the rookies. But I think someone mentioned, Shannon mentioned Farrow before. Maybe it could be a Farrow with some DPP paying up for him. But look, we'll have to see, mate. We'll just have to see. Maybe Artie Jones was looking okay before he copped a hamstring injury. It's just ridiculous, mate. But what to do with English? We'll need to see how long he's out for, mate. But yeah, and Richards too. I know you wouldn't believe it, Roddy. You would not believe it, mate. Give the video a like and a hype, everyone. Thank you very much, Roddy. Always a big supporter, mate. ADR, hope you're well, mate. Owen Way, mate. How good is Gorney? Born in Real as a pod was horrible, as well as English's injury. Traded Roberts after round 1 via horrible trade. Thoughts on getting him back? Oh, look, I probably wouldn't go Roberts at the moment, mate. I need to look at all of his numbers and score and really have a good think about it. But I think for me at the moment, I'm going to be targeting the GWS boys, probably the 2 St Kilda boys, and then whoever you've got left out of Clark and whoever, mate. But tell you what, Gorney killed it. Already on 2,000 plus. Very nice, mate. Because what I'm happy about is GDS going well this year in contender. We both got Sheasel All-Star on the same day, Causa. That was a massive celebration, mate. And that's right. We've always got GDS. That's very good. I was actually going into this round first for the round in the Challenger Causa. So, don't know. I can't even bring myself to look at any apps at the moment, mate. Bailey, if English is out next week, would you upgrade him to Gorn? Or even if he plays? No, if he plays, mate, I'm definitely not using another trade to upgrade him to Gorn. If you've got the luxury to do so, you could, but nah, not for me, mate. Lethal, hey, mate, carnage everywhere. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Lots of us are copying it at the moment. Delete app. Dawson last week was laid out. Now, Dacos, Richards, and English, mate, cop Dawson as well. That's one thing I haven't copped, but, oh, man, it makes the season tough to enjoy, doesn't it? Liam, what to do with Richards and Parker? Oh, had Parker even go? I think you just hold both if they play, man, to be honest. Going to be first after this week for the season for contender. Very nice scores. Hopefully you can finish there, mate, and win yourself a nice card, mate. Nice prize card. Check out the squad for the Cup bloke, whose second is 2236. Wow, that is Gone, Grundy, just everyone that went big, I think. Jakey away, mate. Hope English is okay. Fingers crossed as well, mate. Fingers crossed as well. Matty, has a scotch come out yet? Well, we've got we've just got a Carlton Dry here, mate. Nothing too fancy. But just carnage, mate. Carnage. I haven't done the George yet and had a shot. Does George own English? I don't know. Maybe George be doing the shot on my behalf. We'll see, mate. Trav, hi Dan, everyone. So far, I'm on 1929 with Holmes, Reeves, and Bruin to play. Had Strong sitting on my bench. Hope everyone had an awesome Easter. Thank you very much, Trav. And I should have mentioned that. Hope everyone did have an awesome Easter as well. But those three to play, very, very nice, mate. And Strong on the bench, yeah, unfortunate. Geez, he's going to make some good cash. And again, I think we've all got him just a little bit unlucky. Had him on the bench, mate. Coops, ADR, bought in Sherry last week, had like 8 players injured and suspended. It's been a season like that, hasn't it, dude? At least I started with Sherry, I suppose, and didn't trade him in and have to trade him straight back out. But just unlucky, man. That's the way I think we look at it. Cheesy, how are you, dude? English C. Oh, no, man. 6 trades already. Think I'm going to call it on my Supercoach. Care really just getting cooked. Just load up for next year. Yeah, mate. It's tempting. It is tempting. Look, I'm going to the title is I quit. I do honestly feel like quitting at the moment and just going, I'll spend time with the family and loved ones instead of Supercoach content. But I'm going to stick with it. I made the commitment to stick with it through the tough and through the good and all the in between. I'm here for the long run, but mate, Crimson, you've said it exactly how I feel, mate. Exactly how I feel. This season, chucking in the bin. Dawson out in a late last week. Dacos, Edwards, out. Lost my league spewing. Mate, yeah, it's just Supercoach 2026 at the moment. Ads use 8 trades and all of them have been injuries. That is just super unlucky, man. You know, you take those injuries away and you'd be able to upgrade your team in other ways, wouldn't you? And get rid of a bit more dead wood, for example. So super unfortunate. Causa 5 primos out. English went down. The luck continues. Anderson's a fraud. Agree, mate. Yeah, said that before. And we got him for the easy run. And he just has not delivered. Rosa slayed out 2. Traded Lombard. Oh, that hurts. And Lombard, isn't he a frustrating own as well? While we're having a ramp. Just fumbly after the first couple of weeks. His skills were on show. And you thought, wow. And then just... yeah, look, a couple of good things today. Very unselfish, probably too unselfish with that goal that he gave away, but gave away to a teammate. This is a goal assist, but oh, man. Josh, you want to quit? How about me? Dacos and Sherry on the bench and no Bont on 2027. Oh, mate, no Bont hurts. No Bont hurts. At least I got Bont in this week, I suppose. Shano, there is bad luck and then there is this year. Even it's been so crazy. Every week, something with the primos. And that's a tough thing, isn't it, mate? Every week, it's been the primos. And you just got to trade them out. I think most of these blokes have been must trades. You know, don't know what's happening with 3 guys this week, but yeah, we'll have to see, mate. Jam, wrap with the trade. Was going to bring in Clark and Richards, but chose one trade to Bont with the C instead. Beautiful work, mate. Well done, buddy. You says happy Easter to you, the family, and the Supercoach community as well, mate. Appreciate you, buddy. Likewise, my man. Jakey, sell to Farrow easy trade. Stoked to have Bont. Been a bloody tough start to the year. Carnage everywhere. Yeah, stoked to have the Bont. Likewise. That is one positive, I suppose, for the round. I did trade in the Bont, which was very, very nice, mate. Blighty, hi, mate. DR for you, man. Got English and Richards. Had an absolute mare this round. Had Sherry bought in the week before as well. Oh, it hurts, man, doesn't it? Hurts. It so many similar stories, isn't it? I'm not sitting here and saying I'm the only one currently in this boat. It's a bit of a common theme for many people. I don't know, if there's heaps with both the Richards Nando combo, for example, but yeah, lots of us are suffering. To be honest, I was happy with Bont's 150 as a non-owner. Was looking like 200. You are absolutely right, Josh. At halftime, it was looking like a 200, and he may go past, Grundy, and you're gone for the week, but not to be. But with what's happened this round, I'm not complaining with a 150, mate. Sorry, just lost that. Archie Roberts is my hero. Seems like he had a good score in the end for those that stuck fat with him, got him in the draft leagues. Trading Watkins for Parrish as well. I don't even want to know what Parrish did because he was my other trade out for the week. Sherry and Parrish. And I thought I'll get the Bont and English in, 2 doggies boys. Was really looking forward to the game. Put a tweet out saying I've never looked forward to so much to a Sunday night game. And then just before the game, Richards is laid out. And then obviously English during the game. It's like, man, you just can't win this season. Seriously. Trading Bond last minute, says Michael from Richards, but English, my God, every year. Ah, man. Yeah, I had faith with English. I really did. But after seeing what the 2 big boys have done this week, it hurts, doesn't it? Is Ed Richards' injury bad? I'm really not too sure at this stage, mate. We'll just have to wait and see what the news comes out of the club. I can't even speak English at the moment, man. I have had a few cold ones today, a few Easter cold ones. Was not expecting to go live or anything. I just thought, I'll have a bit of a rant. I'm sure there's a few people that want to get a few things off their chest as well. So, yeah, it's tough, mate. I don't know with Ed. Mac, I only started playing AFL Supercoach this year. I already want to quit, mate. It's been a tough year to start. You had those COVID years, which are really tough as well. And look, there are times every year where we say this has been the toughest year, but surely we're beating records this year, aren't we? With the primos. Bernie, whole season is roller coaster this year. Just got to make your trades and hold on for dear life. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And we really can't be trading healthy primos as bad as some of them have been performing, like in Ando. I can't speak for everyone, but personally, I just can't afford to trade him. It's shocking, mate. Roberts is my pod has been great. Very nice, mate. Josh, you're already thinking about trades. Is it viable to trade out Watkins if you don't already have any other rookies to downgrade? Look, I suppose, man, but look, if he's named, he could come back, but will be an absolute massive slow burn. And look, who knows? I'll probably expect him to get dropped. Want to sit in the fence, probably sit in the fence with it. But yeah, if you had to choose, you'd probably say yes, he would be after that performance. Rag 1945 with Bruin to play. Grill on bench. Not so why Blamires on bench has come on instead. Not sure, mate. Might be something to do with you being a best 18 round, mate. Prime Sue absolutely lost rookie roulette, fielded Lindsay and Watkins over Sarong and Grill. Oh, mate, and that's another thing I didn't even take into account. There's a rookie roulette, people winning and losing this week, just on top of these primos, just shocking. Also had Richards, English, Nakos, Clark, Black Cashew, which is, for those that aren't across it, that is Blackiston and Windsor. Oh, man, that's tough, dude. That is tough, particularly with those dud mid price as well, mate. Daly, might be time to blow the team up at this point. Bond to saving grace again. Hopefully doing well. And you too, legend. Look, I will admit that, and it's not something that I asked for. It's something that I got invited to do and was happy to do and honored to do. But being the whole expert this year, and what I mean by the expert, you can add me to the league, got my terrible little headshot on there. The added pressure of that, and then the team at the moment, you're thinking, oh my goodness, what a year it is. So feeling the pressure a little bit, but do you know what? I think you just got to let go and realize that there's certain things just out of your control. And not that I'm the best coach or the team was perfect before injuries or anything like that, but yeah, it's just one of those seasons where luck hasn't gone lots of people's way, and a lot of it's out of our hands, you know. But yeah, look, it's very tempting just to blow the team up for a bit of maybe entertainment value at this point. Yeah, the laugh where you cry about it. So maybe just choose to laugh. Jakey, Watkins, Bond, and Dogger were my trade-ins. Watkins 7 was a killer. Well, look, the Dogger trade-in wasn't looking fantastic, was it? You know, early on, about a quarter way into that second, English was looking pretty good score-wise, and then you had your Gorn, your Grundy. But yeah, now that English has gone down, Dogger is an absolute fine trading, mate. Watkins is, the tough one. Shona, you simply cannot plan trades at all at the moment. You cannot, mate. And do you know what my plan was? And it was going back to the GOAT series about trying to do your best to have some trades left over for the end of the season. It's impossible. And my plan this week originally was to just put the foot on the brake in regards to all the trades. And I think it's what I've learned. It's all about changing gears in Supercoach. You go aggressive at some times, and there's other times where you just go, well, we've been going way too hard here, almost getting into fourth gear. Let's just pull it right back, get back into first. And for me, I was hoping not to have to trade at all. But yeah, it is what it is, man. Was it a bad decision keeping Butters VC score? No, look, it's. I think that's probably the safe-ish type score. It used to be 125 plus my rule, but I think it's probably got to be tempered to around the 115. The only reason why I didn't take it and went Bond was that sometimes the rule just needs to be broken. And you look at his Marvel history and what he's done this year, his average was more than that. Like, all signs were pointing to a massive score. And look, he probably could have and should have gone bigger than what he did. So, no, I'm not going to say a bad decision, man. It was a conservative decision that didn't pay off at the end of the day. But hey, for those that say didn't take Butters and went English, took a bit of a risk there against the Black Cashew, then they lost out. So it depends how you look at it, man. So English didn't seem to have any ice or anything around his leg, says Joel. Thanks, mate. Hoping for the best. Appreciate that, dude. Look, you just hope and pray at the moment, don't you, man? And I'm probably in a position, depending on the fitness of maybe a Marshall, and if certain players keep their spot and all the rest, to maybe, just moving English from the flex to that R3 slot, get White into the flex, and use DPP and get a forward up there for the week. So, yeah, I think there's ways around holding for a week and not losing out too much, but yeah. G-Money, hey, mate, Dacos out, Richards out, bought in English this week. Oh, and have Jay, I see, I told you I can't read, on the bench with his 126 and can't get him on season done. I was so close to just knocking that then as well. That would have topped everything off. I don't know what I'm doing. See, I've got the Red Bull, I've got the beer, I've got the water. I don't know which beverages to go with at the moment, but yeah, it seems like that, G, at the moment. King Kong Grundy, maybe Massey's not thinking that at all. He's up and about at the moment. Ragnarok takes your lowest emergency score. Oh, sorry, am I that far behind in the comments? Sorry, I'll try to get through this really quickly. Greggy Wilson, how are you, Greg? Currently working on a Supercoach dartboard. If it comes together, I'm using it to pick next year's team. Mate, throw a few darts for me as well. That'd be much appreciated, Greg. Yeah, probably doing a service to the Supercoach community there, mate. Daz, how are you, mate? How interesting is this year, DR? Don't know how you are, but my brain hurts with all this carnage. Loving the challenge. You should too. Yeah, that's absolutely, mate. I agree with you. Doing my head in, but it's going to be a real challenge. And let's just see where we can finish from now. But you know what? A real positive is my man Wiz. I know he's a Grundy owner. I know he's a Gorn owner. I know he's a Bont owner. So my man, I don't want to put pressure on him, but here's my tip this year. And I'm just going to live my Supercoach life and experience in 2026 through Wiz, I think. Because so glad I'm going on holidays with my team going. At this rate, might not even win my main league for another week. Causer, it hurts, doesn't it, man? It hurts. Shano, while I'm at it, Gideon Ant-Man can go for two. Having a bit of NBA rant, mate. Anyone struggling, just boost this week, fix your team. Still plenty of trades. It's a log season. Excuse me, got something in my throat. That is great advice as well, mate. Really good advice. By cruising, I bought in Blods at God this week. Excuse me, hate doing that. And Captain Grundy. Oh, you're just a show off, aren't you, mate? Nah, congratulations, dude. That's a difference. Bont in Gorn Grundy. What a week. While others are sitting here with your English, your Richards, you're struggling Andersons. It's, well done, brother. Good stuff. Or sister, brother or sister. Tomo, this is ridiculous. I've had all of Rosie, Track, Young. Oh, Young's another one I haven't even mentioned. I should have chucked him on the thumbnail as well, man. Goulden, Sherry, plus all the rookies, Sharp and Murdoch. Sharp, yes. Murdoch's one that I did miss as well. So, Tomo, carnage everywhere, mate. And you reminded us about a couple of rookies there as well, mate. Nick, hi, legends. How are you, mate? Got Sherry after his 199. English injured. Dacos out. Richards out. Bought Archie. Oh, man, for his hammy. Anderson useless. Nick, feel your pain, dude. Feel your pain. Noah Anderson, it's got to be a talking point, but just at the moment with the carnage, I can't even think about it. Cheer Up All says, Miguel's channel, competition to look forward to. Exactly right, mate. Glass half full. Jolly, who on the right mind would put the E on Watkins over Grill? 83 points I've lost there. Oh, look, mate, Watkins playing Richmond, he was looking all right, man, in my books. J-Bags, hey there, I had a solid week this week, bringing in Rochelle and Gorn. Very nice. Also freed up cash to start upgrade season early, but 33 trades left at this stage is a bit of a concern. Yeah, look, depending on how close to the norm you've got with lots of picks and trades, mate, I think you're maybe just very, very slightly below par. But, yeah, lots of people are feeling you, I think, at the moment, mate. Jack, I think this year has been one of those years where whoever wins competition has been blessed with no critical injuries, and that could definitely play a part, man. Definitely play a part. Absolutely, skill does need to come into it, but luck's got to be big as well. I'm saying that, dude. Aria, Sarah end to a really good week. Captain Bont, trading gone. Well, that's cool. Trading Rochelle, Clark, Nando, and English. Thoughts on Buderick and thoughts on Fonty. I'll need to look at break evens and all that sort of jazz, mate. But stock market this week is going to be a big one. So make sure you tune into that, mate. And let me know as well, guys. Do you want me to get special guests on every week? Do you want me to go back to how I used to do it? Just, yeah, a bit of feedback would be good about the stocky as well. Obviously had Wiz on this week, and the feedback I got from that was really, really positive. So just let us know that one, guys. Be good. Michael, apparently Gorn got 30 points for taking coffee break on Wednesday. Oh, look, he got scored very well, but at the same time, like he dominated, man. He dominated. I'm obviously a non-owner, so I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. But from what I saw, like he could have written his own score. He was that good. He's a beast, man. He's a beast. Saw 3 people trading Grundy out for Watkins. You wonder, causer. You scratch your head, mate. I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say maybe kids, but I've taught my kids much better than that. I'd hope anyway in the Supercoach space over the last few years. Hex, not sure who's the bigger problem, Nando or Walsh. Oh, that's a terrible combo, mate. Then I bring in Clark for 52. Sorry, mate. I had the safest houses pick on him, but he's just gone out the window. I'm a Clark owner too. Like, shit. Then with Dacos laid out, English can't get any worse. Oh, it probably can, unfortunately, mate. No, it can't. It can't. Let's stay positive. It can't, but it feels like it bloody can. Like, oh man. Square. Had Richards laid out when English scene set a Bont to try and get a pod captain score so he could go big versus Blackiston. Literally could not have gone worse for me. This is the thing. It's lots of people are feeling the same pain here. Dia, you said on the stocky Geordie Clark safe as houses. Yeah, safe as a house on fire. Hey, at least I called it before you, mate. At least I called it before you. There has been. Actually, I'm not actually across it, to tell you the truth, but apparently in the content creating space, there's been a bit of beef or arguments or something about not being able to go back on picks or something, or not being able to say that you're wrong or whatever. I'm the first person to say that I got a pick wrong. So yeah, I'm not that confident or arrogant to think that I never get anything wrong. I get more things wrong than I bloody do right half the time. So yeah, that one, the safest houses, I just thought, I picked him to go between 105 to 110. 110 with that bit of higher upside if you can. And he was going around that 108. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, yeah, this is just working out sort of as I expected. And then he goes and does that. Oh, man. I'm not losing faith, though, in Geordie Clark yet. Maybe it's through desperation I'm not losing faith. It's just some sad hope at the moment. I don't know, man. It was actually my lovely wife that suggested to me that maybe it is time to do a Supercoach sacrifice. So anyone that has been watching the channel for how long ago was the last sacrifice? I don't know. You may have to be OGs actually to know what I'm even talking about. But I did do a few Supercoach sacrifice videos. One I think I ended up in some sort of a Japanese samurai suit with the hair in a bun. And the other one, I was just out there with little campfire and just burnt a few things as some sacrifices. So, yeah, maybe I need to go back to that. G-Bags, thoughts on the following potential trades for next week? I don't even want to think about next week, mate, but let's try our best. Parish to Callahan, tick. Fonte down the furrow seems like a tick. This would leave with only 31 trades, but I'd have roughly 220 in the bank with 13 keepers. The trades just on the surface seem okay to me, mate, without looking at all the numbers. Dacos and Richard Tambling had a baby. The old Richard Tambling. I don't know exactly what you meant by that, mate, but it got a good laugh out of me. Absolutely, it did. Jolly Blackson is so lucky he's been in my team for this long. I whop him 33. Will be the last time I'll be seeing him in my side. Is that what he got? 33. Pair that with Windsor and the carnage. You know what? I've been focusing on the primo carnage, but look at the rookie carnage with your Watkins types. Look at the mid-price carnage, which, hey, at the end of the day, you've got to be responsible for your own mid-price picks. For the big failures, like, got to take responsibility for that. You know, we can't be blaming other people or all this sort of stuff. But, oh, man, it's the Blackistons, the Windsors have been super tough. Super tough. I wasn't an advocate for either, but again, you know, I'm not one for hindsight, and I told you so. Never big on those particular two, but yeah, others. Parish, I got in, I thought was really safe sort of mid-price pick. Young, when a few people told me on X that we were having a bit of back and forth about Young, don't do it, mate. You know he's getting an injured. And I said, hey, no, I reckon he'll be right. And then Parish got 73. Jeez, cause look, that's what he's been doing, isn't it? So happy enough to get rid of the lovely man. Trippy. Have Richards, Dacos, English, Dev Rob. Oh, Dev Rob too. Forgot about him. Marshall. I forgot about him too. Clark was on track for 2,100 plus, now sitting into 1,750 odd. Mate, I have literally everyone that you got there too. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Joe, having an absolute disaster week. Clark and Anderson, some of the worst painful premiums I've ever owned. It's not been fun, mate. Cause I think Paris is a must trade next week. If you still have him, won't make any more cash for a while, if at all. Yeah, that's why I was jumping off him this week. Crimson Roberts had 37 at 89% for 136. Wow, could have been high, says Crim. Wow, nice stat sheet. It's long season, says Zachy. We'll figure it out. I hope so, my man. I hope so. And we do say this every season. Had Ed Richards in the draft. Took Shizzle VC instead. Better than nothing from Ed, mate. Let's see. Trading Max Gorn for last minute with Nick Dacos out on Thursday. Put the VC on Gorn and made 350 points for my team. Chef's kiss. Well done, mate. Charlie, hey, mate. Dacos and Richards ruined my, I'm guessing, round. Captain Bond, but didn't get me over the line. Bad luck, mate. Yeah. At least you got him, though. I reckon this opens the door to trade in Darcy, who's going to ruck with English out, says Gavin. It's going to be interesting. Maybe some more ruck time for the human size scraper. Maybe not a bad call there, Gav. I'll have to get on to my man, Matty, to find out what on earth they're going to do on the ruck line there. G-Bags. Oh, sorry, a personal conversation between you two. Does drop Parish and brought in Dersma from the Eagles. Thought he was fantastic. What's your opinion on that move? Great, man. Looks like a really good move, mate. Yep. Oh, we weren't really sure, Wiz and I, on the stock market if that ship had sailed, and we were really on the fence with him. But, yeah. And for those that actually started him, well done. Just a big pat on the back. And, yeah, look, seems okay. What did you get, like a 73-ish or something, 70-odd? Charlie Legend, how are you? Very good, but in this game of Supercoach, mate, terrible. Are you doing another live after tomorrow's game? This was actually meant to be the live after tomorrow's game, mate, but I just thought, I need to get this off my bloody chest. Maybe, yeah, probably yes. Probably yes, I'd say, mate. Look, let us know, guys. Let us know if you are keen for live. Drop the comment below. If not, if you've had enough of me already, then yeah, I won't worry about it. But if you want it, I'll do my best to be there. Sin, 8 trades already and 5 forced due to injury. Now, Nakos Richards, English, a golly. Was hoping to go Selwood to Lockie Ash this week. No more, mate. No more. What a catastrophe. It's really stopping us from making the ideal moves that we want, isn't it, man? Bingo, Giddy, I hate this game. So do I at the moment, mate. Strong on the bench. Grills. Oh, and Grill. Blackiston flop, but Heaney go. Oh, Heaney, that's nice, man. I've actually got an all-star Heaney in GDS. Do you know what, guys? I highly recommend as well. If you are struggling with the Supercoach season, it is, in all honesty, not too late to jump on the GDS train. When you do, enter the code word BUTCHER, BUTCHER. You're going to get yourself a heap of free packs. If you've got no idea what I'm talking about, or have still been one of these people that have just ignored the GDS message, I promise you, it is such a fantastic platform, and you will not go back. I promise you that. I'm heavily invested in it, and we can help you out with some extra packs and all that sort of stuff. So I'm telling you now, download the app, use that code, make sure you use that code, and you'll get a heap of free stuff. So that'll help ease the Supercoach pain, and you can change your team each week, Dynasty comp, unlimited trades, all that sort of stuff. It's fun. Ads F this season, I need to be very careful because there are obviously potentially kids. So you guys can write what you want, but I'll be very careful with what I read out. I was going to put like it used to be on, I don't know if they do it with, they probably don't even sell CDs anymore, do they? Probably not. But I remember on the old cassettes, parental advisory with the old Gunners and Metallica cassettes that I used to get. So I was going to do that, but thought, no, I'll do my best to keep it family friendly. Bingo, who should I get for Blackiston in defense or mid? Someone made at this stage that's not going to get injured. But again, stock market question, mate. We'll look at all the numbers and have that out during the week. Michael, just watch Stewart and home laid-outs tomorrow. Oh, look, that won't affect me. I was, by the way, very, very close. The finger, it was like that far away from going Richards to Max Holmes when I heard the news. But I thought, look, knowing my luck, I'll have another injury during this game. Bont or English or someone will go down. And lo and behold, what happens? English goes down. So sort of jinx myself, but I'm not going to jinx Stewart and Holmes for you, man. I hope they go well legitimately because my season's over. So DR, how come Gawn is never mentioned as a top 10 or 5 player in the comp? Melbourne's MVP wins his matchup week after week. Teams have to avoid kicking near him. Blew up TDK, absolutely destroyed Wits. Look, you've got zero argument for me. Zero argument. I think this bloke is a superstar on another level. Superstar. Shelley Watkins terrible with a 7. Yeah, man, that was. And it's like the Tog was there. What I noticed was, and this is the little things that you notice when you're watching a player like a Hawk, when you've been playing Supercoach for a long time and know how the scoring system. Well, you never know how the scoring system works. Sorry, when you get a better idea about the little things that count, is that I noticed 2 very, very early on in the game, Watkins' little toe pokes that went directly to the opposition. You lose points, they're clangers just automatically for that. So they're the little things that right at the start of the game really hurt his score. And it's been mentioned many times as well. It seems like if players, and everyone can have a really big last quarter depending on the state of the game, if it's close with scaling and all that, but generally you got to do your best stuff at the start of the game and get involved for that friendly scaling. If it turns out it's a bit of a blowout and all the rest, if you're low early, then generally it won't come through as a really decent score, I've found anyway. Woody, how are you, my man? Brother, this is Nuffy. Please break the curse. Not Nutty, sorry, Nuffy. Bit of both. It is, man, Woody, dude, brother, pal. Woody, you're the man with all the data here. Can you come up with some sort of a formula? For all of us, I rate you as one of the best of the best. So please come up with a formula, Woody. I know that you're great with your tables and your numbers and your data and much more intelligent man than me. You and Janice get together, please, and save us all. Save us all, Woody, please. And if anyone doesn't know who Woody is, make sure you do check out his YouTube channel, Wooden Spoon Data, an absolute legend of a man. Jolly, Artie Jones, injury hurts, scored an 80 with a quarter left, would have been a popular trade in. I was looking to avoid trading next week, but yeah, definitely, because he was originally in my side, Artie Jones, but when he injured himself, traded him back out because I really liked his DPP, job security. So yeah, really unfortunate, isn't it? Benny, hi Benny, would you keep Watkins and Lombard, or would you move them on? Keep them if they're healthy at this stage, man. And if selected, obviously. Fucking Richards, I can say that one. Fucking Richards, Riggsy, dude. Oh. And I was gonna, I didn't start him the year before when he was gonna be my like 1% pod. No one was on him, and I started him this year. It's a year too. I'm always a year too late with this game, man. I thought I'd keep going. Thought I'd keep Big X and rely on English and McAndrew, and those plans lasted 3 quarters. JM, it was not the worst move in the end, but luck just didn't go your way, man. Jack, what's with all the injuries this year? Is something different this year that's driving all these injuries? Look, I don't know. I'm not going to get any conspiracy theories. In saying that, I'm going to blame the Supercoach gods. Supernatural beings that obviously don't exist. So, yeah, that's where my head's at the moment, Jack. We're getting cursed, brother. That's all I need. The sacrifices back, I think. Poke. So injuries are killing me. Playing with 15 this week, not 18. Still looking at 2,000. Crikey, man. Have Myers, Holmes, and Bruin. I have McAndrew on the bench. Also, what a mistake that was, mate. If you've got 15 playing this week and you're looking at 2,000, your 15 are the biggest top quality picks you can get in the game. So congratulations, dude. Jolly bought in Lindsay and Sherry, isn't it, this week? Bought in Bond too. So it's like, yeah, yes. And said to my mate, if Bond doesn't score 200, I'm going to have a tantrum. Tantrum time, mate. Well, that's why you're here to have a rant with me, mate. Lose your minds, mate. That's what we're all here for. Tommy, HDR got it in LDU. That's a miss. That is a miss because, again, I just didn't have the nuts to do it. It was just this feeling in the back of my mind looking silly if I did. Wish I had have just gone with it. But I went with Uber Primos and Anderson, Richards, these type of guys. But I was going to trade out McAndrew to Gawn. Oh, do not trade out McAndrew, dude. Do not do that. What do you reckon I should? Who do you reckon I should go to Gawn? Look, mate, definitely not McAndrew. If all your team's healthy, mate, if you own like an Anderson type, you could do that, but that's a real luxury at the moment, man. I reckon you might even get more of an advantage just conserving a trade or two if you can. Causa, NBA rant has to be with VC Wemby. Causa, you wouldn't believe it, man. VC Wemby, hang on. I would have won my league grand final. Born Giannis, brother for Loop, and captain him as he played his top five. I haven't even checked NBA, dude. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Have not checked it. I hope that I'm going well. I was top 150 going into the round. So my aim was top 5,000. So, yeah, I've definitely smashed that, which is nice, man. Baggers, did you get an idea? 1979 with Bruin to go. Only had 9 primos playing this week with 500K plus. Also due to Dacos, otherwise 10. Pre-traded Whitfield to get Strong, E, and VC Grundy. Very clever move, my friend. Very, very clever. Love that, Baggers. Lethal at this rate with all the carnage and injury under 4 weeks on a primo might be a hold depending on coverage just to save the trade. And look, is it coming to that, man? Is it coming to that? Maybe. A huge reaction. My life's over, Jax. Very big reaction yet. Yeah, comment by name by nature there. But, oh, man, Supercoach is over, isn't it, for lots of us at the moment? Oh, the NBA rants are coming through. Okay, useless. NBA rant, Luca captain. I captained. Do you know what? It was either Luca or Wemby that I captained. And you've both revealed to me, gentlemen, that either way I'm stuffed. So maybe top 150, goodbye an NBA Supercoach as well. You can just join the BBL Supercoach and all that sort of stuff. Bloody hell. Goodbye both grand finals and top 300 rank. Won't even hit 800. Do you know what? I've got to admit, I haven't even checked a league in about 3 months in my NBA Supercoach. I do look at the Podmasters overall because me and Kane, Dr. Kando, were literally neck. What was it? Maybe I was 10, 20 points behind or something. And we had the same team. I'm not joking, the same team. Just ridiculous type stuff. Hope you're well, great man. Kano, if you're listening, mate. G-Bags, tempted to bring him on this week, but I thought I'd hold off as it means I miss other underpriced primos like Callahan or Nas. Hopefully this approach pays off. And again, mate, one thing what we should be saying as well, and the message I really should be delivering here is this is a marathon, not a sprint. And look, if you didn't bring him on this week, you're hurting. Lots of people captained him. But hey, maybe with the other combo that you go with, a little bit of patience, it could work out a lot better in the long term. So, yeah, really hard to know at this stage, mate, but I hope that it works out well for you anyway, man. Baggers, at this stage next week, looking at going Bruin Parish Buddha to Ash Gorn. Bruin Parish Buddha to Ash Gorn. Farrow would love Archie Roberts, but back pig roll and kick-ins. Mate, that is a huge upgrade there. That is crazy upgrading. I love that. Mikey, hey DR, brought in Rao. I have no idea why. What do you think going all in for Gorn is fine? Oh, no wish. But look, he shouldn't let you down. He will come down in price. It's guaranteed. But the way things are going, it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon. I never think going all in for a player is a good idea. And I would advise at the moment, only make luxury trades if your primos are really healthy and you've still got a fair few up your sleeve. You haven't burnt too many already. So if it's luxury enough, yes, but going all in the way you're describing it, probably not. But if other people disagree, let Mike know in the comment section. This is purely just my quick opinion here, man. Jam called still the bad X 3 weeks ago. Turns out the X was a love of my life. Second time round. Mate, he's looking great at the moment, isn't he? He's looking fantastic at the moment, Jack Steele. And congrats, because I love Steele. I love Jack Steele as a player and, as a character as well. Jolly, already know what my trades are. Blackstone and Buderick for Whitfield and Ford. Rook, very nice, mate. Getting a cheap Whitfield in. Scotty, keep whiz. I'm clinging on to him, mate. And officially going to be part of the swordplay crew now. Officially, mate. So he's just a great man. Great. We could not have him in the Brotherhood, mate, officially. Oh, and what's your score, DR, so far? I don't even want to know, man. And I always lose the screen when I check. Oh, mate, my Twitter is just nuts at the moment. What's my score so far? It's not good. I can guarantee you that much. I actually had hope, sort of half hope, going into the Dons Dogs game. It's 18:07. And who have I got to play? I've got really no one. Who is it? It's Tanner Bruin to play. It's not good. It's not good, Owen. Oh, sorry. What do you think is the quality score? This I've got no idea, dude. Zero idea. Would love to know where everyone rates Bond as an all-time player. Supercoach's side is one of the greats. Yeah, well, I had some absolute peanut, right? And I don't know. There was you know how I feel about Lockie Neal, but I just put a tweet out saying something along the lines of, if Lockie Neal's won 2 Brownlows, then the Bond should have won 4. And this bloke calls me out for trying to have a crack at Lockie Neal and all this. And it's like, mate, I love Lockie. What are you talking about? And just a renewal knob that kept on going and going. Like, I had to block the idiot. So, and I hate blocking people as well, but it's like, I haven't got time and for the replies. But yeah, look, as an all-time player, he's got to be, doesn't he? Just look at him. Greg, love whiz on the stocky. Seems to work well with 2 bouncing observations off each other. 2 bouncing off observations of each other, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you very much for the feedback, Greg, because sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself. I try to give a real deep dive and as much as I humanly can with my eye test. I write notes every week, that sort of stuff. It was more of a gut feel type operation with another guest on with Wiz, because it would literally take 4 hours if I had everything I've got to say about each player. So good feedback, mate. Good feedback. And if you want any special guests in particular, Wiz is not available this particular week. I'll try to get him on most weeks if he's available. But if you've got any other particular special guests that you want on, pop them down there in the comment section. But thanks, Greg. Appreciate that, man. And everyone, please sub to Wiz. When I get into 1,000, this guy deserves it. Nightfall, English going for a scan to see how bad it is. Oh, thanks, man. Hopefully it's good news. Regan, how are you, mate? HDR, great win by our boys. We're right. We're right, Regan. At least that's one thing that's looking all right at the moment. Any news on English? Well, I think Nightfall just gave us the latest info there, mate. Scans, see how he's looking, but tried to come back on, did, and at least got a couple of, I think, a hit out to advantage, maybe handball or something. But yeah, I don't know, mate. I'm just hoping and cross my fingers at the moment. Helps. I wish I could, dude. I wish I could. I've got the flag up at the moment as well. Oh, it tastes weird. I'm going from the. I might as well just keep going. Beer to the Red Bull. It's 2026 Supercoach, isn't it? What a miss Willem Dersma was. Absolutely, Corsa. Absolutely was a big miss, mate. Baggers. Gorn traders make me nervous. The Black Cashew has weird aura. I just love that nickname, how we've come up with that. And send his opponents nuts or injures them with a cashew spell. That is gold, Baggers. That is absolute gold. And for anyone that is wondering still about this cashew, right? So Spills is having a bit of a rant about him. And I gave a nickname to Pete Laddams the Peanut after all that knobhead stuff he did during COVID and really cost me in Supercoach. And so we were talking about how bad Blackiston's been, and we decided to call him the cashew. And there must be a particular type of nut which is a black cashew, and Spills added the black cashew part. So that's where it's actually come from there. And I love that how he's cast his spell there, Baggers. Man, just shocking, isn't it? Jolly, at this rate, think we're going to be all out of trades by round 12. Looks like I might be as well, man, with you. I think so. Joko Essendon undefeated in eliminating opposition rucks. Last week, Sherry. This week, English. Is going to be okay next week? Oh, dude. Maybe this is the thing we need to take into account. Some weird patterns. Is it the curse? Is it the black cashew curse? Don't know, man. Aria, keep your primos, fellas. Good advice. Clark has a good matchup next week. Nando might have a tough stretch, but he's a superstar. Parrish is also another superstar. If this was 4 years ago, you got me there for a sec. I was going to say, agree on everything you've got. Very, very good. People may agree he was never a superstar, but I think he was a very, very good midfielder. That's what I'll say. So I love that. Yeah, very well played, mate. Mike, anyone thinking that they have keepers at this moment hasn't seen how the first 5 weeks have been. That is, do you know what? Maybe the term keepers, I love that, Mike. Maybe the term keepers needs to be just thrown out the window at this stage, because do we have any keepers? We can still run with primos with some people. Now there's particular fake primos that have gone from Uber to fake, like Nando's, but that is a very good call. Who is a keeper these days? Because we all thought Sherry and co were, but nah. Blackstone turned into a key defender in last half and right played. I had Selwood, Windsor, who went crap. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, look, Blackiston you just got to get out of. Woody, we could do a Viking funeral for someone on the lake. It'll need to be a biggie to appease the gods. I think that's what we've got to go with there, mate. Who do they call the Viking? Looks Taru, like some sort of a Taru sacrifice. Lukey, thanks a lot to you. I followed your advice to the T this year, and so many of my rucks, and so far my rucks are a mess. The team's a mess. My house burnt down, and there's war in the Middle East. Pick up your game. Oh, Lukey, mate. I've been very careful to say that I'd love to have my team back from 1 to 2 weeks before the start of the season, but we've talked so much about Supercoach hindsight, but you'll see the Bont there. You'll see Gorn there. You won't see some of the traps there. Man, it hurts. I'm very, very sorry though, Luke. But one thing for anyone, and I think Lukey's having a bit of a laugh here. But deep down going, you prick there, you bastard. But mainly having a laugh. Please don't follow my advice. I will do my absolute best. I will never intentionally send someone in the wrong direction. I really wouldn't. But please don't follow what I do. I'll do my best to help out, but oh, Lukey, you are so true, man. Rollo, do our sacrifice were classics? The Seagulls chip, 5 sweet, Piggy Oliver's ham. Rollo, you have absolutely been there from the start, my friend. I can tell that you are an OG. You are absolutely correct. I forgot what I actually did there, but that did bring back some memories. And that shows how long ago it was, wasn't it? Jakey Lloyd, the Seagull, with some chips. Wasn't he a great pick back in the day, the Seagull? Just an auto lock in your defensive line. That's OG stuff there, Rollo. That's mint. Andrew, how are you, dude? Dacos and Richards laid outs have cost me 2K score, 18-35, my final score. Such bad luck, dude. Such bad luck. And that Dacos one just got us all, didn't it? And Richards, just so late. You can't prepare for this stuff. Shucky, basically every single mid-pricer failed. And again, that's what I said 2 weeks prior. 2 weeks prior, man. It's the Guns and Rookies year. I've done the research. I've done the numbers on the mid prices for the last few years, and it does not work out. It's so. I'm not going to have a rant now, but you are right, mate. You are right. We don't do hindsight around here. We do not do hindsight in Supercoach sword play. Bless you. I think we need fitty trades next year for Supercoach. Absolute carnage this year. It seems like that, doesn't it, man? It really seems like that, or just a pity trades, or just pure bad luck trades. I don't know. You can't bring it in, but man. Adding Clark 52 to rub salt into the wounds. Yeah, that's just a little. That is the best way to describe it. Just some extra salt into the wound. It's not the biggest killer, but just frustrating, man. Tiger Matty Langley. G'day, Matty. How are you, dude? Had you well, mate. Tough gig this Supercoach, and I've been playing since it started, and we still keep learning. That is a fantastic point. Tough, and you've been playing since it started, so you know how you can speak as well, mate, as an absolute OG, that it's a bloody tough season to date. And that's the best point you've made there, is the fact that we all keep learning, and that is so true. Remember back in the day, man, was it 20 trades? I think we had definitely 24. I know that. How things have changed, and it seems like it's getting harder. Make it make sense, Matty, please. The Metal Pig, how are you, mate? Goulden, I forgot about Goulden. I wasn't a Goulden owner, but many were. Young Rosie, Track, everyone jumping on my Sinclair. He's my Sinclair, mate. Our Sinclair. For Jacko Bruin picks after round 0. He's another one, wasn't it, mate? So remember, yeah, Sinclair and Track. Sinclair much more of a pod, but there were so many that were fading Track. And after that round 1, people jump on them. We've still got them, but then I pick some not great picks. Paris to Holmes trade this week because didn't realize there was a Friday game. Oh, you missed that. Oh, no. Now English. Dude, chuck Supercoach in the bin, I say. Nah, let's stay positive, man. It has to be better. It has to be better. Jolly, who else is on pace to lose 25K ranks? Not me. Probably double that to 50, mate. Ashton, promised myself I wouldn't be impulsive this season. Haven't listened, and now I'm paying the price. Oh, it's tough, dude. Ashton, like, don't beat yourself up about it, man, because we've all made mistakes apart from Wiz, it seems. Yeah, it's just tough, man. I've got to stop saying that, sorry, but that's really the response I've got to so many of these comments. Like, I feel you, the community feels you as a whole. I think there's not too many that are sitting here going, I've avoided it, because lots of them are popular picks. It's the more pod type picks that you've really been unlucky with. And even and what do we call a pod these days? It used to be like the 5% under. I'm probably raising that to the 10%. Maybe it's 15. Yeah, everyone's got their own take on that, but yeah, not easy, man. So I completely ignored that, Woody. Only 25K rookie numbers. Hey, I said I doubled it as well, dude. We need a button to buy more trades. No, I felt absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And I'd probably pay good hard cash at the moment, brother. GRBA Aquatics. How are you, mate? So many missed points here, and more than likely more pain tomorrow. Holmes and Bruin. I just hope they stay fit, mate. I hope they stay fit. Yeah, you got to give Woody a laugh, don't you? At this stage. If Reeves goes 300 and Stewart goes 4, I might go have a sniff at my league matchup. I thought you were going to go and have a sniff of something else there, mate, just to try to maybe get up and about and forget about things. Is English out for a while? Not too sure. Sorry, Bingo at the moment. Apparently, he's getting scans, mate. Bless you. Exactly. We need unlimited trades for Supercoach. Let's try to make it happen. Let's just beg Al and the team there. Bernie, injuries and spikes aside, it feels like Primos are just scoring 10, 20 points lower this year on average. And it does feel like that with lots of picks, doesn't it, man? Absolutely agree. Jaws, Maxi home to outscore Bruin by 17 to win lead this week. Go Lions. Go Lions. You should be fine. I think they're George. I think you should be fine, mate. But this is a different beast, isn't it? Actually I think I got told to keep it to myself. Maybe not, I don't think. Apparently, and I wish I could, or maybe it was keep it to myself, don't say who it's from. But apparently, I don't even want to say it, but may have heard from a little birdie that Holmes has a broken finger. And that's actually part of the reason why May went down last week and all the rest. I'm not even saying, I shouldn't have even said that, but 7 poo trades this season. Thinking of hanging up the boots. Ashton, keep going, mate, because the luck could change. The luck could change. Jackson Brown. I know so many Jackson Browns, and they're absolute rippers. I'm sure you are too, Jacko. Ranked 9K before the round, holding Sherry and Petraka, have Nick Dacos, have Dev Rob, Todd Marshall already, had Wanganeen, Sinclair, Flens, and Philippou on buys. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Such bad luck. Matty Clark will come good over the season, but a little worried about Ando. No tags, and he's just nowhere near it. I'll be honest, mate. In my humble opinion, just does not look interested. He really doesn't look interested for me, which I can't believe. It sounds strange. I'll never say that about plays, but yeah. Delek, go on to the game tomorrow. Hopefully Holmes has a good game. I've probably jinxed it, but I've always got around my team, especially ones on my Supercoach side. Absolutely. And that's why you got him, man. That's part of the fun, isn't it? Getting around him. Greggy, so this is round 4. Plenty of rounds to go. I don't care if we ran out of petrol as long as we have enough alcohol to last this season. Absolutely, mate. At least we can have a couple of cold ones. I'm not promoting that to drown your sorrows. It's Jacko. Worst of all, I changed my captain from Bond to English before the game. Jacko, 15-26. Expecting a huge drop. Look, 15-26 is a tough and bitter pill to swallow, mate. But look, there's been a couple of other 15s around there, dude. So you're not the only one, man. Simon, have plenty of diamonds to sell. Heaney, Walsh, Petrucker. Is there much of a market? Oh, man. Absolutely. Who have you got? So Heaney, Walsh, Petrucker. I don't do Walsh. I just do not do Walsh. Heaney, well, I've got the All-Star. So maybe track, I'd definitely be interested, mate. So we can hopefully get something done with track. But yeah, for the as a whole, speaking on behalf of the community, there'll definitely be interest there, mate. 100%. But yeah, if you are interested, mate, send us a DM. Anyone else, send Simon a DM. Trading's part of the fun of GDS, mate. Selling, trading, all that fun stuff. Ashton, I think I've got this poo touch when it comes to fantasy sports. Haven't touched my fantasy Premier League team in 7 weeks, and I've gone up 1.3 million. Is that what you have to do? Don't touch your team, and you go up ranks. It's not the craziest strat at the moment, mate. Jakey, hope you had a good Easter too today. Appreciate you, Jakey. Yeah, no, in all honesty, I did, mate. In all honesty, I did. Good to see mum and dad and all the rest, and just the Supercoach. It's just a Supercoach, but very, very blessed for my family, mate. Jackie, how are you, legend? One of my favorites of all time. Hope you're well. Kenny Bontin saved my score massively. What a shit week. No Richards, no Dacos, and now English. It's such a common theme. I didn't realize there were so many Eddie owners around here, man. It's just bad, isn't it? Not to mention Noah shit score. Yeah, mate. We're all feeling this, aren't we? Bingo, thinking to go in English and Blackstone to go on and lie, isn't it? Lie. I think it's lie is the way they were pronouncing it. He actually looked okay, lie. Yeah, if English is out short, medium, whatever term, then yeah, I think so, man. What were your trade plans? For this week, mate, nothing. For this week, nothing. The trade plan. Oh, sorry, for the week that's coming, nothing. I don't know what they're going to be. To be honest, I really need to look at timelines, mate. For this week, it was really like Bont was always coming in. It was the decision between was in the end English, Myers, or Cosy Pickett, or do I boost and get a Gorn and Grundy? So I didn't want to boost in the end of the day, and was potentially going to late boost from Richards to Holmes, but decided not to, mate. So yeah, this week, I don't know, man. I'll obviously do the round review and go through them. So you'll find out, mate. But I no idea at the moment, my man. Ashton, thinking to go in English, Kalani White, and using the cash to duplicate Bont and call it a season. Well, mate, getting Bont in is never a bad move, I don't think. Scotty, it's Godfather's fault. He's cursed the whole comp. We need someone to blame. Yeah, let's blame Abs. Pitchforks of Abs. Completely joking. Love the man. Great love for the man. Lots of you do already know, but true story, legitimately teach two of his grandsons, and they are the best kids. They are super kids. Love teaching them for PE. Won't name them, give them a shout out for privacy reasons and all that sort of stuff, but fantastic kids. And got to look after. I'll look after every single one of my students, but when you need to let someone choose out of the prize box. Yeah, come on, boys. Choose a footy card. So you got to look after the young men. Bingo, mate. We need 50 trades and 10 boost. Oh, I'm with you, man. I've always been, and this is a funny thing, I've always been old school and always advocated for less trades. But now on the opposite, I've given in. If you can't beat them, join them. Give us 50, give us 100, unlimited. Like it's carnage. Elevate, does Clark have to go? No, I'll say no. Ryan McVee looks to be destroying his role. The funny thing is, mate, you look at the week before and both those Wolves McVee playing. Ryan was definitely playing. I think McVee was as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm happy to be corrected there. So I'm not completely losing the faith. Not completely. He's sort of one of my lower concerns at the moment, which shows where I'm at, mate. But if you're not dealing with all the carnage, then yeah, go for it, man. I'm not saying that he's a must keep and all the rest, but my general advice for anyone with comments and all that about their premiums is it's very team dependent. My general rule is don't trade unless they're really injured, unless they're out for a little while. They must trade outs. Roll is just completely gone, or else you've got enough in the bank to be able to luxury it. So Clark, English, and Dacos trades will go down as my worst week of all time. Oh, Adam, it can only get better from there, mate. Surely it can only get better. Hang on, I'm just going to skip down and see how far behind I am. Yeah, I am. Jeepers. I am pretty far behind. I do apologize. I'll try to. Oh, hang on, what's this? Starred. What have I done here? Sorry, I'm not too sure. All right. Sorry, I lost all the comments here. Romy Prime Order. I apologize. All right, here we are. Bunsen Burner. That's a sweet name. Swap McKercher to Windsor prior to round 1. Been stuck with Windsor with all the carnage, been such a frustrating own. And this is why, mate, Bunsen, usually at this stage of the season, we can correct picks like the failed Windsors, but with the carnage, we can't. And that's what is taking, in my opinion, some of the skill out. And people would argue, well, it's no skill in selecting him, Windsor at the start, blah, blah, blah. But we can afford to correct our mistakes early, usually, but we can't. So, oh, man, good to see Houston back. Absolutely, dude. I'll just cling on to that one-on-one, 101 even, with both arms at the moment. Daz, so I'm on 1855 with Stewart. And Fingers to go. What's a good score from Fingers this week? Look, I'm hoping he can average 95. I'm a believer, hoping he can average 95. Wiz, I think, said that on the stock market. He might not have, but I think he may have. So I'm going with that as well. Beagle, I've fallen victim of my Supercoach not loading, just a blank screen. Any ideas? Mate, it's probably best for your mental health at the moment, looking at a blank screen than your actual team. if it looks anything like mine. Bingo. It's 4 weeks in a row where I've been absolutely crap. Well, I'm sure a lot of it's been out of your hands, mate, so don't bet yourself too much. Janice's brother scored 2 for the week. Meant I didn't get Polo's score emergency. Oh, so he's basically scored when you've tried to use him as a loop causer. That is carnage, brother. Carnage. Bingo, won't surprise me if ranked 180k. 8, again, can only go up from there, mate. Can only go up. Woody, 2 kinds. I planned for 8 injury sideways trades this week. I'm already nearing Goulden, Young, Rosie, Petraka, X. Now, English. I've redone the side to free a trade, but the future is scary. Oh, mate. It is a scary future in this game at the moment, isn't it? Rollo, I reckon at this stage, focus on the basics, upgrade and get rookies off field, and take a bloody breath. Absolutely some of the best advice we've had, I think, so far, mate, during the live. Of course, I considered heading this week, but Holmes to be safe. Yeah, and I think you should be fine with that, Causer. At the North game, lost my voice after the Sheasel goal. You would have, mate. I was jumping up and about as the All-Star winner this week in GDS. Hey, yeah, hope you're going well, homie. Galaxy Wolf, much love to you too, brother. Yeah, look, Supercoach aside, going really well, my man. Appreciate you, mate. Aqua, so best 23 next week, and I'll be struggling for 18. Oh, no, it is as well. Oh, I forgot about the best 18. What a week as well, mate. Baggers, feels like next week is where we find out how people's sides are really going. Very easy to load up on the best matchup mids and defenders and ignore the forwards. Would think people who have Flanders and another primo, we say Lukosius, are going to be in a much better position than most. Agree on that one, mate. It'll be very interesting to see how everyone's stacking up next week when it's back to best 22. Of course, I watched a video the other day with Studi, and he said in one of his leagues, hang on, sorry. I watched a video the other day with Studi, and he said one of his leagues, he's got me in it as an expert, and he called me a wanker. Causer. See, oh no, I'm not even going to get into Studi. Causer, one thing I've learned in life, mate, is that when someone like a Studi calls your names or whatever, you just laugh because no, I'm not going to say it. I wish Studi all the best. All the best. JM. Colby had me. I wish I could say what I want to say, but I'm a primary school teacher. And do what I want to do after he brought my kids in with it. Anyway, we'll move on. Colby had me feeling things at halftime on Friday. Shame he cooled off. He had me feeling things as well, Jam. Nathan Chowdhury chodes up for a while, but I've just said we've got kids watching as well. I've gone with that. Very, very happy to halftime. Cooled off, but you know what? If you had have even stayed on his halftime score, I would have taken it as one that started him because I'm happy not to see 60s anyway. But it'll be interesting to see how he approaches next week's game after that bake from Clarko, because he sort of went off after that, didn't he, score-wise, and didn't look as hungry to stat pad. Hoofer down, projected 1805 this round, but do have Callahan, Sinclair, Nakos, and Flanders out. So that's a good point to raise as well. When we're looking at our scores for the round, like, who have you got? There are some teams I know with your Sinclair and Ash, and maybe not on top, or a Whitfield, for example, and you add your Fonty picks into there. So, yeah, that's another really good thing to mention, mate. Bernie, would love to do the Godfather guest to get on the stock at this point. I will absolutely invite that great man on, if it's not the stocky, for something, but great call out there, mate. Can't go wrong with the Godfather. Jackie, what's up with Geordie Clark this week? I didn't see the Freo game, but his scoring is weird. Shit first week, 2 good tons, then a 52. What are you doing to me, Geordie? I want to pass. I'll press even that red button. Oh, man. It's just consistency is going to be an issue, I think. And just, again, didn't look hungry for it. There was clangers there. Just not his week, mate. Again, I'm not going to completely panic, but yeah, I don't have a lot of reasoning, to be quite frank, mate. Rollo DR and the Stockies, the best weekly unwired from the previous week's carnage, and hope for the next week's trading options. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you very much. And as I'm going through it as well, I'm thinking, okay, we've got some options here. Things could get better. But lovely feedback, mate. I do really appreciate that, because the amount of time it takes me is phenomenal. So I do appreciate the feedback, mate. Of course, Tim English has to get injured halfway through the game. Of course, man, because I bloody traded him and cursed him. So I do apologise for you, mate. Pope Bonts and Dacos will be Pendles, one of the best in the business. Oh, sorry. But we'll never win a Brownlow, which is really sad. It's got to be this year, mate. It has to be this year. No, I'm not going to make any bold calls if he doesn't win it, because he probably won't. You're right, mate. It's just shocking. Prime Parish. Here we go. Prime Parish. These consistent injuries shows we shouldn't be trading any players this season, including someone of quality of Parish. Even if they aren't firing completely yet, Parish is only going to get better. Well, mate, you are on the Parish train, and I respect that, mate. Look, I think he's probably going to be a 70s man, but I've got lots of things wrong. So I should just go with you, mate. And yeah, I genuinely hope that he has a good season for you, brother. Bingo, dear. What's the best platform I can DM you for private help? The best platform, when it comes to socials and all the rest, is X. In saying that, like, the amount of DMs I get through there is pretty crazy, and I do my best to get to them. But yes, X is Twitter. X is the best one, mate, because I'm literally never on Instagram or anything like that, or Facebook, none of that sort of stuff. Sorry, mate. Andrew, hey, mate. Hodea had went big today, 175. I'm wrapped to get him in. Well done, mate. Well done, buddy. Okay, cashews are poisonous. Well, this cashew has been poisonous to the Supercoach teams, hasn't it, mate? Baggers, Essendon now considered the sixth hardest ruck matchup on DFS. Would hate to be someone who goes purely off stats and not situational. Very, very good. Nothing beat the eye test, mate. 250 in the bank next week to downgrade someone to a rookie to grab Whitfield, or maybe go Archie Roberts. But is his score safe? I don't know. I didn't watch him in the last quarter. And really, my focus was on other particular players, and I really missed this game. There's been so much Archie Roberts chat. So I'll have to review the game and look into all the numbers, mate. So yeah, ask me in a couple of days and I'll be able to give you a much better answer. Only Shelley and Murphy Reed have worked, though. Yeah, look, Murphy Reed, underrated. Shout out to Rainman, who's big on him. Trying everything, Claude, my Supercoach. Very frustrated, need help. Beagle, maybe just log in and refresh, or maybe shut down the computer or restart the phone, mate. That's all I've got. Sorry, buddy. Jack, I'll be in Oz for 5 weeks, DR. Yes, mate. Very excited to come home and escape the cold of Norway. Almost 2.5 years of coming back for 2 weddings. Very excited to watch our Lions at the Gabba and drink. Dude, please let me know. I'll be up. It's round 7, I think it is. Adelaide, Brisbane. I'm going up with Brent and the young fella. So let me know if you are in Oz there, mate. That would be elite if you're at the game, mate. Lucky, McAndrew at R3 went Steen flex and said big mistake. At least I've gone and Jackson in the rucks. Still my score is 17.90 with Bruins still play. Average score. Look, you win some, you lose some, mate. But as long as most of your primos are healthy, that's the main thing, mate. Matty, if I could make Supercoach make sense to ya, if I could split the atom. I reckon you got more chance of splitting the atom at the moment, mate, haven't you? The making Supercoach 2026 make sense. I just got out of work. English injured. Yes, knee issue, mate. McAndrew and Strong benched. No Gorn, no Grundy. Reed, don't want to hear about. Oh, he's another one, wasn't he? This week, copping the tag. Marathon, not a sprint, but it ain't looking good out of the blocks. Oh, yeah. Many of us have stumbled out of the blocks, mate. Excuse me. Many of us have stumbled. Galaxy, my definition of pods. Oh, what do I do there? Hang on, sorry. Comments. Oh, I lost that. Sorry. My definition of pods. 5 to 12%. Calm pod, 0 to 5% panic pod. Oh, very nice. The calm and panic pods. I like those categories, mate. Alan, g'day, Al. I've had a few of the big ones get injured, but have managed to likely have a top 1K start to the year. My best start ever. Congratulations, man. And even though I've had a few of the big ones, still very successful. So well done, mate. Metal. How long has everyone been punishing themselves with Supercoach DT? I've been playing since late 90s. We'd fill out entry forms in the Australian. Then once you do trades via a landline phone. I think the Swizzler, great man from Supercoach Insight, one of my good mates, was talking about that some stage last year when we caught up. And he's been doing it for that long too. That it goes to show how OG you are, my man. Matty, also, I think when I started SC, we had 24 trades. As always, I ran out quite early. Do you know what's funny, mate? Looking back on some of the best finishes I had back then, the top 100 finishes, I had, this is no lie, when we started with 24, 1 to 4 trades left for the last 2 weeks of the season. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like, talk about discipline, the discipline we had to have back then, and a little bit of luck go away. Baggers, is Kitty a genuine option at D6? Man. Like, he's going to continue to be that, the bloke that fills in where needed. If he plays down back, he's a great pick. But if you switch forward, he can still score. Nowhere near the ceiling as defender. The elevated price, I'll need to look at the numbers. I'll need to look at the break evens. And no hindsight. Was one man that had not left me side. Arana's less carnage than this season. Supercoach Michael. You're right. You're right. Has been terrible. Aaron, amidst the stress of Supercoach season, I call it Supercoach stress. We are gluttons for punishment. You sort of do miss it during off season, don't you, mate? Anyhow, go Saints into the FA Cup semis. Very nice, Saints. There you go. Jakey, hey dear, I've been messaging. I don't think my comments coming through. I said a couple of times, but you went past my comments a couple of times. Kitty Coleman is so good, and Bont as captain, yes. Sorry, Jakey, I'm not sure what's going on there, mate. That one's obviously come through though, mate. But Bont as captain, beautiful. And if you got Kitty Coleman, very nice as well, mate. He's repaid the faith. DR, who gets fired first, Voss or Scott? I'm sick and tired of Carlton playing Thursday or Friday and having the weekends ruined. Oh, that's a good question. Probably Voss, I would say. And I hate that. I was watching again with my with the old man today. One of the, know what we're watching just on the TV, and like a half an hour short came up from the 2022 grand final. Our second one where we beat Collingwood. Bucks got the Norm Smith, that one. And geez, it was good. It was good watching that. We were talking about who we'd bring into the side. You know, where does Neil fit? McCluggage fit? Like Harris Andrews, obviously an auto in, but who comes out? It was pretty fun, actually. So, yeah, only love for Michael Voss. And, yeah, Scott, I'm not a fan of the Scots too much. So I hope it's Scott, but I think it's probably Voss. Rhino, trading Holmes this week. Do you think I should swap to Bailey Smith instead? Nah, look, I think Holmes is fine, dude. I really like Max Holmes. I think every team, such Supercoach team, just suck. Carlton horrible balls. Inexcusable. Supercoach side awful. Yeah, sucking balls and Supercoach size and Carlton. It all just goes together this season, doesn't it, mate? Matty, dear, I've always known you as a great Chocky fan. Please PM me when you can, as I have a gift for you, mate. Again, always love your great work. Oh, mate, you do not need to do to give me gifts whatsoever, Matty. But thank you very, very much for that. I do much appreciate that. But you do not have to give me anything, mate. No one has to do that. But I'm very intrigued. Like, what actually is it? Thank you very much, mate. So I've just lost my screen again. But that is very, very kind of you, Matty. Cheers, mate. Darcy Connor, sorry, dear, unlucky, mate. I took the sideways gone for English and came out feeling okay. Did you sideways English out before the game's gone? If so, you have a crystal ball, Darcy. Please let me know what's going to happen. Congratulations, man. No way, like I personally could have made that move, mate. And you've gone for glory and absolutely come out on top. You're the maestro, mate. You'll bounce back. I appreciate you, mate. You are too kind. After that move, you are the maestro. You are the maestro, not myself, mate. It should be you sitting in this position here, mate. Congratulations on that move, mate. Baggers, have a look at Matt Kennedy last quarter stats, DR. That's 3 votes. If it's Real for a whole game. Ooh. Matty Kennedy, I'll need to look at his stats, mate. Had him in GDS, one of my comps. So glad he actually went well. Mitch, hey, mate. Get out there. I hope you're well, legend. And you too, mate. Carnage as usual. That studio fella definitely rode the short bus to school. Keep taking the high ground, mate. Appreciate the DR streams, King. You didn't even write DR streams. I just added DR in there. Streams, King. Thank you very much, mate. And you know what? As you're right, I'm not going to lower myself to his level, and that was part of it. It's like if I was close, mate, I'd actually made a little edit. I'll be fair, and I was going to clap back that hard and just go as hard as I've gone when he brought my kids into it. But I thought at the end of the day, be a role model to the kids and don't do that. And without meaning to be, you don't pick on, well, not love pick on him, but you don't crack at people that aren't the whole quid, missing the sort of plastic bit from the 6-pack type operation, mate. So, I appreciate that, man. I will keep the higher ground. Mike, DR, to you and the whole Supercoach community, I can only say a big thanks. It's just so great to be part of it. You're all amazing with your content and banter. Cheers from WA. Mike, appreciate you, brother. Thank you again for the very kind words there. It's you guys that keep us going. Like, I would not be doing this live at the moment. Still got over 160 people. That's nuts. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be sitting here chatting to myself. I'm probably going that crazy this year that I would be, to tell you the truth, Mike. But no, I do appreciate that, mate. And I know it wasn't just to me. That was to the whole Supercoach community. And the great thing is, as content creators, right, we're all mates. Like, we all back each other, support each other, try to help promote each other. So, it is really good fun in amongst the carnage, mate. Darcy Connor, how are you, Darcy? Sorry, dear, unlucky, mate. I took the sideways. Oh, so I think I read this out before. That might have doubled up, but yeah, congrats, Darcy, as well, man. Prime, I wouldn't take any word from Studi seriously. He's like a 1 out of 12 Turpin family kids. What is it? That soft white underbelly? What's that? I shouldn't. No, that's mean. I shouldn't. The ones I'm talking about, the guy who barks. No. I'm gonna stay. I've had a few cold ones. I'm gonna stay classy as I can get, which isn't too classy. Come on, peeps. 177 watching and 5 likes. You bastards. No, that's fine. I appreciate you, Mike. But the thing, and I've realized why lots of people, because I've never been that like person, like give me likes and all that, but it honestly does. What do you call it? Is it the algorithm? The more likes, the higher the algorithm, and it literally does support people. So I'm one every time I have the time to watch someone's content, chuck it a like. And I'm not just talking about my stuff. Hey, stuff me and like someone else's, but make sure you do support the community with the like if you appreciate the content. If you don't, give it a bloody dislike. That's cool. Do you play with your vintage toys, or are they unopened in box? Touch them with your dead type operation. Well, it's a very fair and reasonable question, mate. The real rare ones, I don't, but I've got the box of like they are vintage toys, but might have a few scarves and like I've got, for example, the 4 turtles for Riv, the main He-Man characters, a few other random bits and pieces here and there. So yes, there is a box that little fella can play with, but the other stuff, some of the stuff back here, never in their life. And I don't have a heap of the vintage stuff in boxes because you need to be a millionaire for that. So most of the vintage stuff is loose, but the box stuff, mate, they would not get their hands near, not near it, mate. Vigo, are you a Brizzy man because of Fitzroy, or live in Fitzroy because there are so many footy players here? I've seen Max Gawn, Kerno used to live around, and saw Ed Langdon the other day. No, well, I get ask this question a little bit, mate. I'm only Brizzy because of Fitzroy, and my nan and Pop used to live in Fitzroy. So, and it was my nan's cousin, Colin Bond, actually played a few games for Fitzroy back in the or was it 60s? I'm going to say might have been 50s even. I'm not too sure, but yeah, got a long history with Fitzroy, and yeah, like when Fitzroy merged as a kid, it felt like my whole life was getting ripped apart, man. So yeah, born and bred sort of Fitzroy, and yeah, very happy Brisbane man over there. Jackie, I don't leave till 26th of April, but Lions have 2 home games on there. Going to be both Cats and Blues games. If you're there, brother, hit me up, and we are having beers for sure. Oh, mate, if I can make it happen, I absolutely will. Because obviously I'm a Victorian man, but mate, would love to have a beer with you, dude. Would love to have a beer with you. If it's not then, it's going to happen, mate, at some stage. Aaron trades this week. Sherry, Parrish, and Carroll to Kalani, White, Bont, and Dersma. That's nice, mate. Difficult week. Endo Richards, English, Dacos. Feel a bit lost for trades next week at this stage. Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to depend on the timelines for these injuries, mate. I'll hold as many as I can. Of course, I hope they don't drop Brucey boy, Brucey, when a lot of the best 23 come back for the Lions, mate. The way he's been playing, undroppable at the moment, Brucey. I won't go that far, but yeah, I hope he gets a game because he's earned it, mate. Aaron Flows, g'day, Az. Just want to say, dear, really enjoy your content. I live in Montreal, Canada. Oh, well, firstly, thank you very much. That is sweet as, dude. Montreal, Canada. Have never been there. That's a story. Think probably a story for another day. I won't go there at the moment, but I will say back to the Yahoo chat days. Had some stuff going on in Montreal, Canada. But mate, would love to visit there one day. And if I ever get rich somehow, petrol actually goes down and I don't know, money comes my way, I'm going to be there, mate. And again, just like hopefully Jack in Australia, or in Norway, that would be even better. Hoping, mate, in Montreal, Canada, we can sit down for a nice cold one, mate. That would be awesome. Or a coffee, either one. Mercy, how are you, dude? What is going on? What are the odds Dacos ruled out for 3 weeks with a calf strain? If I own him, so the odds are heading that way, mate. You can almost guarantee it. Vegas, never heard of Studi, just searched him up, and unfortunately, the only time I would have seen his face apart from a very special island. Hey, I can read out what you say. I'm not saying this. Hey, Baggers said that. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. But yeah, look, the dude, like we're talking about a guy that uploaded a video making a sex toy out of an apple. That's all I'm going to say. Adam, if video is good enough for me to watch, I like every time. Ads, you are a good man, a solid member of the community, mate. Mitch, didn't realize he brought your kids into anything. I'm not too clued up on the situation. If that's the case, as a grub, F that bloke. On a lighter note, came for this week's stock market vid. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, it was, look, I'm not going to go into it now, but you can check out the video if you're interested. But pretty much, long story short, I called him out on a few things because he was wishing death threats on people and players and all this sort of stuff. And I just tweeted like, hey, this isn't on, man. Like, be passionate, be pissed off if something's bugging you or whatever, or if something doesn't go your way, but don't make death threats, man. Come on, dude. Like, it's not good. These guys have family and all that sort of stuff. Then took real exception to that and then made a video about me claiming that I hang around with criminals and this sort of stuff. Had nothing actually on me. So then he brought my kids into it and said some nasty stuff. I'm going to come down to your footy club type stuff. Good luck to them. We invited him to the footy club. We say, that is fine. We'll roll out the red carpet to the football club if you really want to. But, coming down to the kids' footy training and all that, it's like, come on, this is what the man says. So the fatherly instinct in me, there were some very dark thoughts, I'll say that much, that went through my head. And lucky, I'm no tough guy, right? But lucky I didn't know where the man was early on, because I probably would have done some things that I regret. But as a dad, anyone will agree with me. Someone bring your kids into it, some clown like him, you do see red and think some dark thoughts. But let's not. That's all I'm saying on Studi. Michael, I was a huge Fitzroy supporter until West Coast came into the comp. I love you even more now, Mike. Love you even more. See, I'm a good judge of character. I knew there was something about you, mate. Rollo, yo, DR, do you remember Supercoach circa 2009 to 10? Leaving the sea on Gablet, D. Cox, or B. Harvey, and 24 trades. No content back then either. I absolutely do, mate. This was like peak sort of Supercoach for me because I actually, it's almost in peak, isn't it? But really coming into getting involved a lot more with the community type stuff. And yeah, man, I absolutely remember that 24 trades. As I said before, I think I said before, I was a big advocate for bringing back 24, but not anymore, man. Arian, hey King, just wanted to pop by and say thanks for the amazing content. Always look forward to the stocky vids. Watch it first thing. So knowledgeable, very open minded, one of the best in the business. You are absolutely too kind, man. And again, thank you very, very much for the kind feedback. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I suppose the stocky was, and for the OGs that are here, let me know if you disagree, but I think the stocky was probably the thing or the video or the concept that really helped me to build the channel up. I think that's where I saw a really big spike in the numbers, the viewership, all that sort of stuff. And it is something I do take a lot of pride in. It does get to the point where sometimes I'm legitimately up until 5 o'clock in the morning, but it's, yeah, again, a commitment that I've made. But yeah, if let me know again how you guys want to see it. There was lots of positive sort of feedback for the guest option. So if that's what you want to see, then yeah, let us know. Ripper, Walsh, Endo, and Houston. But thanks again for that, man. Walsh, Endo, and Houston, all picks we hate, but we have to hold the full length. 100%. 100% because they're healthy. Hang on. Are they all? Yeah, they're all healthy. Yeah. That's right. We've got to hold on to these dudes. Joel, Samson Ryan got a week for his strike. I think the majority of Richmond fans want at least 4. I realised where you went there, mate. That is a classic. For old Samson. Mike was meant to be in Europe, so wasn't going to do Supercoach this year. Thanks, Don. Oh, sorry, I'm not even. Oh, hang on. I'm reading the wrong bloody comment. Baggers 92 to 93, mate. Don't burn the bean. Cheers, lad. Yes, like that. This one was meant to be in Europe. Thanks, Dom. Mike. Yeah, Baggers just did as well. Richmond fans don't claim him. Angus Watto, what are your trade plans, mate? Also, what's happened? How come you're not happy with your team? First question, mate. Trade plans. I've honestly got no idea, dude. It's yeah. I need to look at the time frame and numbers and all that sort of stuff. But how come I'm not happy with the team? Just the injuries, mate. Had the English laid out, the day costs laid out, which again, lots of people had the day costs. Now the English injury with the trade in, it's and again, mate, this is all the tide lie quick and all that. It was a bit of a piss take, a bit of a laugh. I'm not going to quit the game, right? I'm here for the long term. And what puts it into perspective is, you spend I spent my Easter with my family and that today. And like, that's what's important in life, not your bloody super coach. But it's just when it's such a big hobby and you spend so much time and put so much investment into it, it's like, super coach, man, why do I play the game? Koza, was still on studio. The video studio on his channel got taken down months ago after a lot of reporting. Oh, really? I didn't realize that, man. I didn't realize that. Well, there you go. Stuff you, studio. DR hanging around criminals. More chance of Blackstone scoring a ton. I love the support ads. Thank you very much. It was like, and my mate Trent as well. He's had a real crack at Trent, who Hip and Shoulder. So check out the Hip and Shoulder channel. Give some great takes, and again, underrated. Give some really nice takes and hot takes. Not always right, but really respect Trent. Another fellow toy collector as well, which I love. That's how I first met Trent as well. But yeah, he's always having a go at random people as well. And all these criminals. Probably you guys, all the bloody criminals around here, probably, aren't you? Oh, he is a criminal. He's the dodgiest of the dodgiest. Joking. One of my favorites. It got me safely into an Uber when I was a little bit worse for wear. Maybe not a bit worse than a little bit. Supercoach God. Jack away, mate. Happy Easter day out. Worst Supercoach game of all time for me. Richards, English, Parrish, Buderick. with no Bont. Oh, season over for me. But at least I'm smashing the chockies. Absolutely, Jack. Even though the season's over for you, reckon you're still glass half full and smashing down the chockies, mate. So look, maybe a bit of a tummy ache tomorrow, but the way Supercoach is going, mate, just get into it, mate. Get into it, and much love, mate. We need to catch up for a few Easter eggs and a few cold ones soon, brother. Michael, my God. I don't know what that's about. Probably just Supercoach, isn't it, Mike, at the moment? Of course, I still remember the members chat when we were all talking about my elephantitis with my weird pics that I had. I believe stock market did grow your channel as no one had done it at the time. Yeah, look, I think it was a bit of a. I'm not going to try to talk up myself, and no one was doing a type thing and an entrepreneur, but the members chat. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know, elephantitis, I'm not. I've got to keep PG. It's like a big swelling of the nutsack basically, and Causa just used to go for so many pods, and I said, mate, you've got elephantitis here, just we need to put the syringe in, just squeeze it out a little bit to I said Stu talked about weird stuff and I'm squeezing nutsacks now. Geno, how are you, mate? Hey DR, happy Easter, legend, and to you too, mate. Projected to get 1949. What are your thoughts around Jordan Clark and Tim English? Look, Jordan Clark, if he's healthy, I'm not trading. Tim English, it depends on the timeline. If we need to, we need to. But probably if it's a couple of weeks, in my personal situation, I may be able to hold and cover. That's likely what I'm going to do. But that's conservative, mate. The best thing is to always get rid of him, I think. Mass, hey, Shorty's SC Tug Tour is the strong favourite to win your family league. Oh, there was something about this, wasn't it, where were you telling me or someone else is telling me you randomly guessed the league code and got my family league, and I thought that this was a real shorty. Was that right? Tell me if I'm wrong, mate. But I'm not. You're probably right. Yeah, because my family have probably listened too much to me. Lisa is that dark with me, which is another story as well. I made her basically start Rosie and Butters. I said, you are nuts, right? If you don't start these blokes. And she had a couple of very nice picks that have performed extremely admirably in place of a few players that I made her get. So, and I made her get Petrarca in as well. So she didn't have Track, Rosie, and Butters. And I thought I was doing her a community service, but I wasn't. How good is Archie? I've heard all about it, man. I didn't watch the third quarter, but heard all about it. Yeah, congrats to anyone that stuck fat. I got him in the under-22 comp for GDS, which is pretty cool. Oh, where are we? Biggers, don't blame me, Joel. Don't blame me, Joel. He would burn the bean, old Studi. He'd be Studi up the scam online database. I can't even read this. I just love the prune, the poor prune. I guess not all Australian murder Carper is confirmed injured. I'm going to check. I'm not going to check it out. I'm not going to waste my time checking it out. I should for the entertainment value, but I'm not giving him a view. Birdman, all the juice. Look, if anyone knows him, bring him onto the stream. Old dead set. If you can, I'll invite Studi. The way that things are going this week, right? Why not? I'll give Studi the link for this stream, and we'll have a chat together if he wants to come on for a chat. So he's got a lot to say in his videos, obviously. So Studi, if you're out there or anyone knows Studi personally, send him an invite, tell him to come on, and I'll send through the link. I'll get him on the screen. His beautiful face and willing to get on the screen. So there you go. There's a call out. See how big the man is. Birdman, all the injuries at the moment, and plenty of people are still bringing in injury-prone players like Stewart. Surely only a matter of time with those types. Wiz and I are both saying on the stocky, that's the only thing that's putting us off like a Stewart at the moment is that history of some durability concerns, because the way he's playing, fantastic, but it's just a different type season, isn't it, man? Yeah, but good point though. Beggars, no more on his name now. I'm gonna get myself into trouble. Shorty Supercoach usually monitors me on his chat streams. Yeah, no more. 5 Ubers potentially cancelled. Jack, it's ridiculous, isn't it, man? And sorry, by the way, as well, I'm sure you have people here, but if you haven't already, Supercoach God, check out the Great Man's channel. Jolly, you touched on some very small Scotch talk at the start. Was wondering What's the whiskey of choice? I always get whiskey and bourbon mixed up. No, so Jack, I think it's a pretty standard answer, mate. But Jack, yeah, Jack's whiskey, isn't it? And like Jimmy's bourbon. I think that's it. But yeah, just standard Jack for me, man. But I suppose where it might be a little bit different from people is I prefer the old lemonade. So Jack and lemonade, beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Prefer that over the cola. Not complaining with cola, but yeah, Jack and lemonade, mate, is probably whiskey. I think it's whiskey, isn't it? Unless I'm being sound like an idiot here. All right, I have one request. Surely we get a collab with Shorty. He's got a lot of knowledge about guys like LDU. Mate, I will absolutely guarantee you, because Shorty, when it comes to people in general, content creators, all the rest, he's one of the absolute OGs, one of my favorites, someone that I tune into whenever I get a spare moment. One of the most entertaining blokes out there. Love a good Shorty story. Great mates with a good man. Yes, done. Lock it in. Absolutely. One of my favorites. Absolutely. Old Short loves a dark shower and gets a pondering tub going. His stories are the best. You cannot tell me that there's better content out there in the Supercoach space than a good Shorty story, a good Shorty Tinder story, or something that happened on the way to training or during work or something like that. You cannot beat it. That is like the most top tier content that you can get in the Supercoach space. Scott Dean, g'day Scotty. I love you, DR. Me and Mother Lions workmates. You're too kind, mate. Always watch your channel. Love collecting all things Fitzroy Football Club and the old wrestling figures. No way. That's sweet, man. Go Lions for a 3-peat. Thank you very much, Scotty, there for the kind words, man. But hey, how is that? Love all things Fitzroy. Love the wrestling figures, man. So much in common, man. So much in common. Send us a DM, mate, and I'll send through some pics of the when I say updated Fitzroy collection, it's literally like I've got this huge shelf at the moment, and I'm more just piling things on. So it probably looks worse than what it was before I got this extra stuff. But that's sweet as, man. And yeah, the old wrestling figures, you can't beat like all the old gens and that, can you? They're elite. But appreciate your love, man, and shout out to you and all your mates that tune in, man. Where do you work? I'll give a shout out, man. If you let me know where you work, if it's not privacy and all that, I'll do my best to remember to give all the brothers and sisters that you work with a shout out, mate. Maddie, hey, I sent you an email with a photo of the lock in your gear. Oh, you don't have to do that. All you people are way too kind, apart from Studio Dimmy here. Again, thank you to you and the team for the great Supercoach content. In the old days, it was Jock Reynolds and was great. Amazing today's content. I've read that wrong, but I know what you're trying to say, mate, is that back in the day, Jock Reynolds was the absolute GOAT, and you are not wrong. And damn, I miss it. I've actually messaged him personally, the great man, and almost begged him to come back. Wouldn't that be, do you know what, Maddie, to do you a bit of a favor? And no, it's selfish. It's actually like if you've seen like Homer with the bowling ball for Marge, it's like, what was it, like a Christmas present? He wants it for himself. So this is selfish, Maddie, but I'm going to flog it off as like a gift to you. I'm going to invite Jock on and just beg him to come out of retirement for one podcast. Just one podcast. This is the original OG Jock Reynolds. I tell you what, if that isn't worth a like on the video, people, I don't know what is. If there is a Supercoach service I can give you, it's getting the great Jock back on, because just listening to his beautiful voice would just be better than anything. And I've got to get Patchy on if that's the case. I've got to get the great Patch on as well, one of my favorite people. So thank you so much for that, man. And I haven't checked that email in ages. There's probably heaps of emails, mate, I need to catch up with there. So thanks again so much, man. I'll definitely check that out. Thanks, brother. Greatest move we ever made, Corsa, was getting rid of CCJ from the Tigers. There you go, North. Get Duty Man on. Surely we get Duty Man from the Hotel Transylvania as well. Hey, there could be a trio of us, but hey, the invitation's open. And you know what? He probably tough to make this video. If anyone knows him, tell him to message me on. I've probably blocked him. Tell him to message me on one of the social. I'll actually unblock him, and we'll get him on. We'll have as face to face as it can be through the internet, through the webcam. I was looking for webcam all that time. Happy to sit down with the man. Jenna Heddy, what do you reckon par this week is? Oh, I don't know, man. It's like we have heard someone put in the chat. They'd seen a score of 22 down to like in the 15s. I don't know, mate. Is it 19s? Let me know, guys. At 19s is par. So there was another. Are you considering side trading Richard to anyone else? It depends on the injury timeline, mate. But at the moment, no. Oh, it's going to be a stream first. So we're going 1 hour 45. What do we got? Still 150 people. Oh, I need to go to the toilet, right? Oh, give me like 1 minute, right? I'm sorry. It's just here. Oh, this is bad. If you help me. Oh, apologies. I was honestly, I was thinking I'll do a half an hour rant here and just call it quits. But given the fact there's still 150 people on, you guys are sickos just like me. How far am I behind on the comments? Like massively? Oh no, not massively. Actually, I'm going pretty well. I'll take it. Yeah, I did that one. Supercoach God McKircher the other day was the definition of pride of Jenny. Got 10 lengths in front, going into Flemington Straight and just held on for a good score. I know I've heard of Pride of Jenny. I know this is a horse, and I'm not familiar in the racing terminology, but I can understand exactly what you're getting at here, mate. For all the racing fans, go and give Supercoach God a sub just for that great reference there. Daz, I bet with a friend that if you got within 5 goals, I'd be on my button Burke Street, thinking there was no chance. Phew, that got close. I've made some bets and some calls as well, mate. Some I've had to go through with, and yeah, there's no way I'd be able to video it. Others I haven't, but geez, got close there. A little bit scary for a while, mate. Supercoach God, how do I mute Dwayne Russell on my TV if he says Bramble Scramble one more time? I'm unsubscribing to KO. Now, this is going to be controversial even. I can't speak English. You know that I love you, right, Jack? You know that I love you. But you cannot be talking bad on my mate Dwayne Russell. And I'll tell you why. I don't know if I've told the story. I might have. This great man, this no word of a lie, sent, well, technically Max, but I've claimed them, his binoculars, original Bushnell binoculars that he's watched grand finals through, mate. Right there. Have I got the card here, or have I put it somewhere? Just to prove to you. Oh, that's the envelope. I hope I haven't lost this card. Oh, I don't know where it is. But anyway, Dwayno sent a card as well with these binoculars to myself and Max as a bit of a gift. Original binoculars, mate, from Dwayno. So you can only imagine what he's seen through these eyes. So I can't have a bad word about Dwayne. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. But yeah, would have before you gave me the binoculars, maybe. Shorty was the first Supercoach YouTuber I got into. Then live streams have always been the greatest. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like I was going to say he's underrated, but I don't think he's underrated, Shorty. I think he's highly rated and rated appropriately. The bottom 5 teams, Richmond, North, Essendon, West Coast, and Carlton, are so far behind the rest. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap forming, isn't there? But look, shout out to West Coast. James, I don't know if you're still watching, mate, but yeah, West Coast, couple of wins on the board, which is good. Daz, sorry, I forgot to put in Doggy's whiskey is going down a little freely. Oh, the dog, the dog's whiskey, mate. I tell you what, I've been. Yeah, it's probably disappointing in a couple of hours, isn't it? But I've noticed every time I've sipped the beer, I've got the burp going on, so that's why I've sort of been avoiding it. But it's a night for the whiskey, mate, isn't it? Mass, someone just sent me. Hang on, I better read this before I read it out. Someone just sent me. All right, worst week since 2022 AFL Supercoach review. Oh, I'm tempted to check it out. Obviously, actually, mate. Supercoach God, how much you ended up raising for the Good Friday appeal? Oh, what's it up to, mate? I noticed through the beanies it was, I think we were like on 365, and there might have been a couple of extras sold. I'm not too sure, but good question, mate. I'll find out. Jonathan's taking care of all that, mate. He's the doctor around the joint, so he takes care of all the donations and final side of that sort of stuff, the financials. But good question, mate. We'll make an announcement actually, and really spewing. I was meant to join Steve as well for his Good Friday appeal live stream, and unfortunately, my granddad in law, if that works, I just call him Pa anyway, had to get rushed for hospital, still in there, not in a fantastic way. So a bit of a tough side to Easter. I shouldn't have said that, should have kept myself, but anyway, I was meant to do a separate one as well, dude, on my own, but lots of things just happened. And I'm disappointed because I was really, really hoping to do a live stream with donations, and I was trying to get as many donations as I could to add to what we've made from the beanies and all that. So obviously too late now, but spewing on myself personally that I didn't do a live stream because I reckon we could have got a few donations for it and helped out even more. But Janeth is a man, mate. I'll find out and we'll announce that in the stocky bloody potty. Jonas, no, surely not the study man with the verbal diarrhea. Hippo Supercoach produces quality laughs as well. Hippo, actually, I need to give more of a shout out and to the Hippo as well. I haven't, he's one bloke I haven't had a big chat with before, so I'll definitely have to do that. That nothing personal whatsoever, just sort of never really had a chat with him. So that's a good call, mate. Good call. I used to watch Supercoach Page. Yes. Tuned into a few of Page's things. Some things I disagree, some things I disagree with, but look, one of the OGs, wasn't she? Joel, don't know if you tuned to the NBL final today. I did not, mate. But one thing I'm not going to miss is John Casey calling offensive rebounds O-boards all the time. Someone by the man at the Thesaurus. I love that. There's certain little things, isn't it, that just bugbears to us. And that's obviously your one, mate. So that is gold. You need Baggers Supercoach on Tiki Toki. Hey, Baggers, you and on you're in, mate. One of my favorites, you know this. So open invite. Mass, dare having a quick tug break for sure. I read it out. Get out of it, Mass. That's why I can't even read your name out, man. I was very careful not to just aim straight in the bowl and just do a bit of side bowl action so you couldn't hear it from here. I don't know if the mic would have picked it up, but why'd I say that? I don't know. Causa, if you had the chance to listen to the worst four commentators in your opinion for a Lions game, who would you choose? Kelly Underwood. Kelly Underwood. Oh, no, that's bad. All right. Brian Taylor. That's controversial because you either love or you hate BT. Like, he just gets so many things wrong and nah. So I'm going to give you two for now, BT and Kelly Underwood. Goats, Hutto, Dennis Committee, obviously. Always been a massive fan of Delicious Bruce. I'm more of an OG type man, back to the Sandy Roberts, Drew Morford, even Peter Landy days. Big fan of Peter Landy as well. Probably showing my age with that, aren't I? Matty Hill, fan of Matt Hill these days. Hey mate, Captain Butters instead of Bont because I thought Butters was due for a ceiling score. Not too bad, but would have been nice. Yeah, Jace, he's a funny one, Butters, isn't he? In the stock, you don't know if you call it that, mate, but I've now taken the must symbol on off him, and I replaced it, I think, with was it like a top, excuse me, top 4 symbol, I think. Yeah, not what I was hoping for, given the pretty soft fixture. Cause McKercher only had like 88 meters gained at halftime. Bullshit. Are you kidding me? That's why Clark was having a crack at him. 100%. Really? Damn. I'm not complaining, cause with his score being an owner, but damn. Scott, did you see Shorty trying to dress up as Cam Rayner by buying a Lions jumper after our first finals loss last year? He's a funny bloke. I wasn't thrilled though that night. This is the thing with Shorty as well. He's a man that can see he wouldn't have seen the funny side of it, but he's prepared to take the piss out of himself, share his stories, share his embarrassments. So, yeah, absolutely, mate. Love the man. What's with Kelly Underwood calling every Blondes player for Port Bergman this name 50 times and he only had like 10 touches for the game? Look, I'm very because the thing is, right, other people will view this as sounding sexist, right? I could not care if Kelly was female, male, whatever people identify, whatever. It's not a sexist thing. I promise you that. I think it's a great thing that women with knowledge of the game get involved in football. Bloody fantastic, right? Absolutely phenomenal, right? Like Erin Phillips when she was great. Yeah, I won't get into it, but it's not a sexist thing. I promise you that. I just don't rate her. Any idea where Kelly Underwood gets a gig every damn time? She's lead female presentator Fox Footy over Jess Webster. Webby should be getting that gig and more time on commentary for M each week. Sorry, just snorted. Sorry, it's just beer. Agree. So I don't want to. This isn't a Kelly bashing type session, but yeah, I must admit I can't listen to it. It's got to the point where I can't listen to it. I shouldn't say that. Supercoach, I rescind my Dwayno comment. That's actually elite. Look, mate, I now have, as you can appreciate with what he did, so much love for the man. But obviously taking the piss, man. You can say what you want, mate. He does like with the Dwayno, you get those moments where you're like, oh, come on, Dwayne. And then there's those other moments where I think you're a goat, man. I love you, mate. And Carlton Dry elite beverage of choice. Knock down a few today, mate. Knock down a few, and then the Red Bull. It's all here. I have not. The only thing I haven't had is the water so far, so I probably should switch it up, man. Of course, the North is better than Eagles, Essendon, Tigers, and Carlton. Mark my word. Causer has said it. He's stamped down his foot. Mark his word. End of the season. Don't come crawling back to Causer. Jolly, back to the whiskey. Something to recommend is Deanston. Am I saying it right? Deanston. A cheaper but similar one is McConnell's. I got certain ones for discount for work, which including those two, which is good. Very nice tip. Thank you very, very much, mate. Now I'm rarely sort of drink. Yeah, like if it's at the footy with Brent, I'll go pretty hard if I haven't got the boys and all the rest. And if I'm out, which is pretty rarely, but yeah, I'm not a big drinker whatsoever. But yeah, that's great advice, mate. And the best thing about it is the word cheaper. All for the cheap stuff, mate. 365 is an elite. Oh, so I thought we were talking about the price of whiskey and scotch, but yeah, for the Good Friday appeal, thank you very much, brother. Yeah, I'm very proud of it, mate. But again, it's people that have supported it, mate, not us. But yeah, really proud of that, mate. Northern Carlton game was like 350K raised for the Good Friday appeal. Gotta love that, Causer. Gotta love that, mate. Andy, I see you're doing the mailbag separately from the potty. Do you still need to send out a tweet to send our questions through? Would love your work as always, DR. Would love to shout your beer at the local. Mate, I'm the one who should be shouting you, Andy. So thank you very much for that, buddy. Long story short, and we've talked so much about this as well because, like at the start, it's like, well, the mailbag is such a big part of our potty, and does that separate ours from others a little bit? Not too sure. But really, the thing that we were most concerned about, mate, was the time factor. We didn't want the potty to go for 3 hours because people just tend to zone out. And we found that the longer the video goes, usually the more people tend to zone out. So I thought if we do a separate tweet for the mailbag and leave it separate to the potty, then that may give people the opportunity that are really interested in the mailbag. Here's a whole separate video for you guys. And the people that aren't necessarily interested in the mailbag, listening to other people's questions, all the rest, they can just stick to the stocky. So that was the reason behind it. But again, anyone that's a regular viewer of the potty, please let us know. Feedback would be much appreciated. And remember, the more feedback you give, the more we can improve what we do. If you want the mailbag attached to the podcast, let us know. If not, happy to do it separately to try to cater for everyone. But to answer that, yeah, we'll do a separate tweet each week, man. And if you can comment on that so we can keep it all in the one spot, that would be awesome. And I know Janet did it the first week. Spilsy did the second video. It must be my turn or Roscoe's coming up, mate. Jace, started Worrell and LDU. Bang as pods, nice, which has been good, but tempted to trade Walsh to Gawn. He's been so disappointing. Hey, look, you hit 2 out of 3, which is good work, mate, but I can see the temptation for sure. Baggers, if red was white and white was red, what would land on your head? If it was light and only at night, would it give you a fright? It may be aggressive, but sometimes progressive. It rhymes with dude. It's the stewed. I thought I would have to think about that. And I was about to say, mate, you've lost me with the first one. That is elite, Bags. Benny Brown, why play this game? It's a good question. I don't have the answer to, mate, because we're nuts. Gordon Young injured. Then Track and Rosie injured. Round 3, Sherry suspended. Round 4, English injured. Captain, I hate this game. See you next week. I love that. It's like, why do we play it? I hate it. I'll see you next week. It's like, that's the way it is, isn't it, Benny? But Benny, this is more like a therapy session, I think, brother, because we are all suffering. It seems like most of us are suffering at the moment. Is Draper a trap? Oh, man. Like, it's funny. I watched Drapes live at Marvel Stadium when we played the Saints last week, and it felt like it was like an almost game. He almost clunked a couple of speckies. He almost did that. So I think that he's really going to build his way in to being a solid type pick with that handy DPP in the forward line. But my views probably changed the forward line with how good of the quality of the options that we've got. So, you know, Cozzy's really come up in my books after the last couple of weeks. I really need to see it for another week. But after watching today, it was like, yeah, this guy is just electric. And looking at him receiving those 1, 2, 3s, even bursting through, like if he's not tagged, he's going to be very dangerous. So, no, I'm not going to say he's a trap, but I would not be confident selecting him at this stage. So I was going to go on a bit of a ramble there. What I was trying to get at is I rate the forward options higher than what I did a couple of weeks ago. And these are like your Cozzy, your Myers type picks. Cozza, Sydney Kings were down by 7 at 3/4 time and won by 13 in overtime. Mate, the cream just rose, didn't it? Obviously there. Matt Hill, the GOAT. Agreed, Jack. Agreed, mate. Love him. Actually cried when Dennis died. Felt like my childhood was dead after that. I legitimately shed a tear as well. I'm an emotional type man at times. Not afraid to cry. Real men cry, don't they? But yeah, it does feel like that, doesn't it? Because when I think back to football from my childhood, Dennis was a huge part of that. And that's why I go back to Drew Morfitt. Bless him as well, who we've lost. Even, you know, who was really, really, really underrated, who, in my humble opinion, had a massive career in front of him, was Clinton Grievous. He was from the ABC. Did he end up going to Fox after that? I can't remember, but taken way too soon. He was such an underrated commentator. I love Clinton. So, yeah, just sad when you lose the greats, isn't it, mate? Hey, Dribbler, how do I get a beanie? It does. You're a lovely man, mate. Supercoachswordplay.com is a website, and then go to catalog, and then you'll be able to purchase from there, mate. So, that would be awesome. Thank you very, very much, man. And yeah, obviously a portion of that goes to the Good Friday appeal, and it's not just this year. This has been in place. I don't know how long we've had the beanies for. Is it 2-3 years, maybe? I don't know, but all goes towards the good. When I say all, not all profits and beanie, but any beanies sold straight to the Good Friday appeal, mate. But supercoachswordplayer.com and then the catalog. So thank you very much for considering that, mate. Because Clarko was giving McCurch, giving him a rev because he gave up a turnover and let Jagger get a goal. Oh, cool, mate. Because I wasn't watching too much of that. What was I doing? This is actually first time ever in my life decided to go to church on the Saturday. And that was because my brother Janeth, who is very proud of his faith, was doing a reading as well at the church. And we've had a bit of a chat about me coming along, and it was an absolute honor being invited by him. And no surprise, he read well in front of what seemed like thousands of people, and really felt blessed to have the opportunity to spend that time with Janeth and his family, because the first time I've done it. And that really meant a lot for me. So that's why I didn't get to see the game. Long story short. I reckon the best quality in someone's being able to take the piss out of themselves while being a bit cocky about it at the same time. That is so true, isn't it, mate? Could not have said that better myself. And got to be a little bit of cockiness, but got to take the piss out of yourself, mate. And that's part of the fun. Like, I would not be singing Sherry Pie songs and sacrificing things and doing dances publicly if I wasn't prepared to take the piss out of myself, mate. And the sick part of me knows that it embarrasses my son slightly, which is sort of fun as a father. Mas, DR, did you hear about Shorty this week? Opening some chocolate in his car, getting it over his white shorts, 5 washes in, you can't get the stains out, life's challenges. I did not hear about that one, mate. What was that in? I'll have to, because I've been so busy lately. I reckon I've missed out on a few of the stories, but that is pure Shorty. That is pure Shorty, and I'm not surprised that would happen to him. It's just, that's why we love him, isn't it? I don't even care. Like, I've said to Shorty myself, right, personally, keep the Supercoach channel, keep that stuff, but please set up another channel just dedicated to Shorty Stories. Shorty Stories as a channel. Tell me that just wouldn't go viral and all across the world. JM, maybe unpopular, but can't stand James Brayshaw. His idea of commentary is screaming names as loud as possible, then kicking a goal. I am I'm not on the absolutely can't stand, but would prefer not to listen to him. And there have been a few calls he's made where I absolutely love. But there was a couple of times, like during a grand final last year, like Hugh McCluggage, the most important of scores, or something like that. And so, get around him, do more. So, look, we've all got our favourites, all got our ones that we aren't huge fans of. Scott Dane, Peter McKenna always had a soft spot for Fitzroy. Yes, he absolutely did. What was it, Peter McKenna? Was it Alan Jeans, that famous one? So it was like Tom Hafey, Alan Jeans, and Peter McKenna was interviewing him. Was it about maybe Lee Matthews had sniped? Was it Bruns or someone? I can't remember. That's what I always think about Pete McKenna. And met him very luckily and very generously and humbly invited to the Fox Footy. It was from Fox Footy to their corporate box for a footy match last year. And Pete McKenna was in there and had a great chat with him. And it was just amazing having a chat with and picking his brain. Got a photo and all the rest. It's just fantastic, man. Do love Dermy as well. And other people go DR. He's one of the worst to listen to. But I was actually sad when Dermy left the airways. Hutto, one of my favorites. Loved Rex Hunt. Oh, yes. And he's another one that is a very polarizing figure. But here, what that brings me back to is in my Nan and Pop's red Volvo, listening to the footy on the radio. And Yablat. Yeah. BT is a flog. I don't like his commentary. True story, though. This is, probably think I'm lying. I was an old Assumption College boy, and BT actually lives local to the area. And I was in year 12 on our year 12 swimming day. BT commentated it live. So it was at the Kilmore Leisure Centre. He was there live with his table with a microphone and actually had the names of the swimmers and the competitors and all that and was calling it live. So, amazing the memories that you have. I was actually with a couple of mates in the bit of a wagon jump and spent a bit of time in the tunnels down the road because it wasn't really my thing to get on my gear up and go swimming. So, Shouldn't have said that because you can probably guess what we were doing, but that was a long time ago. I'm responsible now. Baggers, bit of howler head goes lovely, DR. Or some Woodstock howler head. So we're talking whiskey here. I wasn't sure if you're talking like a heavy metal band there because it sort of sounds like a heavy band, doesn't it? Awesome. Yeah, well, Woodies back in the day, like when you first get on the sauce when you're, a teen going to the old parties, then the Woodies, they were the big cans as well. Get a 4-pack of Woodies, and that'd do you for the night. Who farted? Murphy Reed played excellently against Adelaide, gets himself into great positions, and that's why he won the Rising Star last year, isn't it, mate? The talent was just undeniable. We saw it last year, and I was a little bit crook at the start that Levi didn't get it, but it's like taking the Lions bias out of it. It's like 100% the right selection. But it's more about the role, like the amount of mids they can run through there. But his class is just so good. Like, yeah, he's unreal, mate. Daz, I thought you being a Lions supporter, you would have sat at your dunny break. They do in the wild. Sometimes you do. Sometimes I do. If I've had a big day, it's like just get the phone out, however long you need to, 30 seconds, whatever. I'm not normally that lazy though, mate. Normally I stand. JM couldn't agree more. I forget what that was about. Sorry, mate. Hello, g'day, Will. How are you, buddy? Kate McCarthy has been outstanding. Agree with that, mate. And that's why, yeah, like it's not a sexist thing with Kelly. There are some great female people in the space. And you know what? In the Supercoach space as well, people like Regan and Ange come to mind. And I'm sure I'm forgetting plenty of others. Supercoach Mama. There's a heap out there. So, yeah, never a sexist thing. Dad, did you hear the story at the Richmond game? Teenage kids got kicked out of the MCG for fake IDs and were buying beers. Causa, never used a fake ID back in the day, mate, when we were 16, got into the pubs. Yeah, I'm not going to have a crack at him, mate. Oh, yes, we're getting arrested right behind me. Oh, I'm not going to encourage that. You shouldn't do that, people. Matty, DR, it's not at all the sexiest thing with Underwood. Oh, sorry, sexiest. It's not at all the sexist thing with Underwood. I'd prefer to drink 4 litres of paint than listen to her. I'm a huge cricket fan too. So one of my favourite commentators is Isha Gua, and she's brilliant. Could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. And who is a lovely, she's on the racing a lot. Does it with Bruce. She's fantastic. I forget her name, which is a little bit disrespect, but just fantastic. But Isha Gua, like magnificent. Those poor boys have suffered enough with Richmond. I heard that the more beers you drink, the less you think about your Supercoach team. I think it may be true. The same thought process also decided it was a good decision to start to go. Hey, you got to stay loyal to your man. You got to stay loyal to your black and white blood, mate. McConnell's whiskey is delicious, DR. Daz, I think someone, yeah, I'm sure. I just did I'm doing sneaky screenshots of all the whiskey shout outs and just add them to like this little slide. I think someone did call out McConnell's as well. Appreciate that, Daz. Jolly, back when I was a young teenager, which is only a couple of years ago, just rub it into the old man. DR, why don't you, mate? Me and my mates would buy vodka in a bottle of water, tip the water out and put the vodka in. No questions asked every time. See, you are a clever man, mate. Actually, you're a bad man. I'm not encouraging this. You're a bad man. You're a bad human doing that. Smart, but bad. Hoof, I reckon Sydney, Western Bulldogs, Geelong, and Brisbane top 4. That was my predicted top 4 going into the season, mate, but I had the Suns instead of Geelong. So great minds thinking alike, hopefully there, mate. Hey, Draper's in my ruck in the Prison League. Hey, look, as a Prison League selection, yes. Classic, I'm not too sure about. But do you know what, Matty? He's back. He's about. And one thing I was going to say certain. Nothing is certain in this game. One thing I'm pretty confident about is he's going to get better and better each week, mate. We'll learn the system, continue in his body, hopefully. And he's bloody exciting as a Brisbane supporter, mate. Like, love the man. Sandy Roberts, I loved. Absolutely. Sandy Roberts, for anyone, and this will show your age, I don't think I've laughed and will continue to laugh every time I see this clip. Long story short, if you haven't seen it, it's the Leanne Dick. Basically, I forget what it was for. Was it some Olympic thing or something? There was a lady named Leanne Dick that Sandy Roberts had to introduce live on the microphone. And instead of introducing her as Leanne Dick, he introduced her as Leanne Cock. That is absolute. I'm crying even thinking about it. But the Leanne Dick and Leanne Cock. He's a goat, Sandy Roberts. Sandy Roberts, I loved. Yeah, I'm crying. Sorry. You know, if you're a Sandy Roberts fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the Leanne Cock. That was just all timer. Oh, Sinner, no way, mate. Can't believe you're still going, mate. Love your work. I appreciate it, man. How long are we? We've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I dead set, and I'm crying because of the Leanne Cock comment now. I think I'm going crazy at this stage. What is the actual time itself? Is it over midnight? Oh, man. All right. As they say, if this isn't worth like or whatever it is, then nothing is. Why have we got 165 people here then, if this is after midnight? You're all sick. Go to bed. Do I keep holding Parish and hope he gets good tog or delete app? I'm going more delete app at the moment, Jack. Shorty's territory. Shorty's territory cam would be a big hit. 100% it would, man. I thought I was getting close to the end of the questions here as well. Get rid of Parish. You can ignore him forever. I think that's how I'm feeling at the moment, Jack, as well. Mike, these injuries are killing my update plans. Hopefully Murdoch and Petraka are another week away at least. I think English may need to be traded. Not easy trying to do Supercoach with living in Thailand. Mate, I can absolutely only imagine that because my good mate H, very regular member of the channel, was in Thailand for, what was it, cause of like, Jono, 3 weeks or something. This was just before, this is Supercoach preseason, and was hating it. Loving Thailand, but hating the fact that it was hard to do Supercoach. Oh yeah, it'd be short Hogs suspension is, I don't even know if I'm reading that right. Short territory. More bounces happen there than the pickets today. My dad was a St. Pat's boy. Oh, I don't think you would be mates. Apparently huge rivals. Yes, very big rivals back in the day, brother. The old ACK and St. Pat's. Would love Cooper Trembath to beat Jagger out of the Rising Star. Cooper Trembath is looking fantastic. What a player he is, man. Hoof, do you know the band Puddle of Mud? Everything. I hate everything about you. Absolutely, mate. Love them at the moment. Alternative rock and grunge. Yep, absolutely, man. Don't they wear their shorts backwards? DJ, big time. Hey, man. Hey, mate. Woke up this morning. I thought this was this was like a song you just made up a rhyme and I was going to sing it. Woke up this morning in the UK. Oh, shout out to you, mate. All the way from the UK. To get more Supercoach carnage. I genuinely think I'm slowly being conditioned into loving the chaos. I think we are. This is like a conditioning thing, isn't it? Like they're doing with the kids with certain things. And absolutely, man. Scotty, dear, I live 2-minute drive from Assumption College. There you go, bloke. There you go. So a good Kilmore man. Pretty close to each other, mate. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. My time at Assumption College, more good. But there you go, mate. A local Kilmore man. And tell you what, some big talent came out of Assumption College, particularly back in the day, like with Crawf and all those guys. Dear, have you listened to the Lazies? I have not, mate. Little Miss Crazy. Oh, Little Miss Crazy. Yes, I have. I reckon Little Miss Crazy, absolutely. That's a ripping song, man. But I didn't realize it was from the Lazies. So, yes, I have without knowing I have, if that makes sense. As soon as you said, I want to listen to that song, actually, man. I haven't listened to that in ages. Lizzie Jeffs. No, haven't heard of them. Emma Friedman. Oh, hang on. Is Lizzie Jeffs, is that the... It might be the lady you talk. Is that the racing one? Am I that far behind on the comments? Sorry. Emma Friedman. That sounds familiar. It's Emma Friedman. Yeah, it's Emma Friedman. Agree on that. Ain't sexy like a beaten Commodore and gets a job done and not well, but it gets there eventually. Who was that to? I forget now. Yeah, Emma Friedman. might be right. Yeah, I reckon it is, mate. I think it is Emma Freeman. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen if Dogs come top 4 and lost in qualifying finals in the semi-finals, same weekend as an NFL. So men's could be on the Saturday. Causa, hopefully someone else. And I'm sure that makes sense, mate. I just read the words and didn't even use my comprehension skills, my limited comprehension skills. Sinan, we've all grown old, and this is the most exciting thing in our life at this hour, mate. Oh, mine too, mate. So I'm glad we're all growing old together. Caldwell's been a horrible pick this year. And you know what? If it wasn't for the durability issues, he'd probably be someone I'd be interested in starting, well, previously preseason, with the no buy and all that sort of stuff. Only 10:15 p.m. in Western Oz. Oh, is it all you Western Australians that are here? Shout out to anyone in WA. Dear, you are just so entertaining, a man of charisma and charm, if I may say. That's why we're still watching. You are too kind at the moment. Jeez, I've been using that at the moment. Hoof, you are too kind. Thank you very much, mate. I think you are probably the man with the charm here and charisma. I don't think I've got any of that, mate. But that you would say that does fill my heart with joy. Thank you, legend. Dodgy, I can't say that because it's Greek, isn't it? Yeah. I learned a lot of those type words when had a Greek mate in TAFE, Johnny. Didn't know a lot of English. Just joined. Is choosing Richards over the Bont the worst decision of Supercoach this season? I'm not going to say it's the worst. It's not great, and I'm there with you. I did as well, but it's not fun. Round of applause. Where's the red carpet? I need red carpet into the comment section here. What have I got? Wiz. Pokemon cards as an entrance. I don't know, Wiz. People. We had a mission to get this man to 1,000 subscribers. Now he's on 631 before we did the stock market video together. I know he's gone past 800, so thank you. That's a big jump. That's a big rise. But we need to get it to 1,000. Wiz, what did I promise? Like, I'd do a dance. I'd make up a Wiz dance and a Wiz song if you got to 1,000. Oh, it was by the end of the weekend, wasn't it? I think I'm safe, Wiz. It's past midnight. I'll give it till Monday night then. Sorry, and I didn't even read your comment. Please subscribe to Wiz. This man has Bont started. Bont gone. Has Grundy now. Like, he's unstoppable. Top 50 going into the round. Who needs Studi's Apple video? Just watch Max cook every week. Starting to lose me mind. I'm going to end this soon, man. I'm telling you. That is gold, Wiz. Shout out to you, legend. Only thing I'm doing today is sleeping in and watching the footy of the Savo. Plans that sound brilliant, mate. Does. I was stirring bit over the fence, but was going to detail everyone around week. I need to start this again. I was stirring, but over the fence without going into detail. Everyone around week, laughing, including. But to my shock, he came over to the fence and gave me a high five and called me a cheeky bugger. I've completely lost my comprehension skills, I think, mate, or my reading skills. What are your thoughts about Richards and Clark as owners? Not happy, but trying my best not to panic at this stage, dude. DR, have you and the wife listened to Adam Sandler's song Medium Pace? No, love Adam Sandler, though, mate, but have not listened to his song. I'll definitely have to do that. DR, gotta love some Slipknot and When Enraged. My go-to, mate, When Enraged. My go-to. And bit of Godsmack, Crying Like a Bee. You can't go wrong with a bit of System, bit of Rage Against the Machine. So they're probably my go-tos, mate. And Limp Bizkit Break Stuff, always a good one. If beer is a beer, then what is Blackiston? Oh, I'm going to offend people. To me, it's VB. Sorry to the VB lovers. I know some people love it. I can't do it. I can't do VB. I'd rather drink water, and I hate water. Baggers, need to get on some Wheeler Walker Jr. Had some ripping songs. Great for family events. I will do. Thank you very much. Screenshot. Causa, well, the NFL is Friday morning, semi-final week of the finals in the morning at the MCG, so might not be playing the same day. So it might be Thursday and Saturday this year. Oh, interesting. I did, hear a bit of chatter about that, Causa. The Happy Family Invo. The Happy Family Invo. Don't know what the info is, but happy family at the moment, mate. And Grant, much love to your family as well, brother. Hope everyone's well, mate. Cause I remember when Wiz was under 20 subscribers, watching him from his start of the channel, and I was there as well, mate. I was there as well. Always been such a huge fan of Wiz. So much love for the mate. The Verve, yes, absolutely. Are a nice, chill, calm band too. Agree with that, mate. Agree with that. Wiz is the most intelligent Supercoach YouTuber. The stat analysis do something to me. They get me excited and all tingly, mate. Absolutely. And he, like, you can't deny that call. You can't deny that call. Like, it's just so underrated. It sickens me how underrated it is. You're so entertaining, Dow. That's why we're still here. The more whiskey I have, the funnier you're getting. Do you know what? I don't reckon it's me. I've worked out why I'm so funny, mate. I think it's the more whiskey that you are getting to yourself. But I do appreciate it, mate. Joel, VB, oh no, Dow, we might have problems. Joel, I shouldn't have said it. I knew I was going to put some great people like yourself offside, and I didn't want to offend you, man. This is personal choice. It's just like where I reckon, like, there's no competition, that the Chunky Aero is the best chocolate bar. We've had Turkish Delight people just raging at me for that call. Do you know what might be another conversation? Is the old shapes. What's your best flavored shapes? Because I don't know at the moment. I'm uncalled on that. I'm uncalled on that. And that did have a big debate last year about people's favorite shapes. Blackest is Bolter XPA for mine. Shocking beer. I have tried it as well, and I'm not a fan of that. Do you know what? If you ask me for a drink, I tried this. Shout out to the great MJ Coaches panel. Minnie was there, Pommy and Oz was there, some great lads and ladies deal, and some fantastic people. We're at a live event at where were we, in Collingwood, and I tried a drink. It was called like tropical something. Steve, if anyone's watching that was there, you'll know how bad that was. So I'm calling Blackstone the old tropical, because that was just, it tastes like cat's piss, really. Hawksy, hey man, Dale, what's good? Hoping English isn't too bad. Knee contact and no ice post game. Just limp, that's all. I hope you're right, man. Look, I don't know. I really don't know, but it looked like that, didn't it? A bit of knee type stuff. Blackiston is a fucking shandy. Give him the shandy a bit of heat. DR, what's your favorite cuisine? Oh, is it like, do I have to give like a country type cuisine? If it's country type cuisine, probably Chinese, I think. But if it's like, if I go to a pub, it's one standard meal and I don't need to look elsewhere. It's a Parma pot with chips and gravy. And if I need to impress people there, or my mum's there, I'll also add some salad to it, or some veggies or whatever. And in all honesty, I'm going to show my class here, like any of Red Rooster, KFC, Macca's, Hungry Jack's, any of that sort of stuff, mate. But cuisine and favorite meal in the world is a pancake parlor bolognese pancake. So they literally put bolognese on the pancake. And for all you people right now that are judging me, don't judge until you tried it. So you can only judge me on that call about the bolognese pancake from Pancake Parlor if you've done it yourself. Only if you've done it yourself can you judge me on that. Sonnet by the Verve, goated tune. Yes, you guys got good taste. I'm impressed. Much like the Holland Studios. Supercoach here, mate. The whole Urban Hymns album is goated. I'm impressed, guys. I'm impressed. Cause it gets me excited. The stats, as I used to do stats in the AFL pre-COVID, North VFA stats are very good. I never realized that, Causa. Thoughts on the classic Coca-Cola? No, it makes my teeth feel like chalk, but I will get a vanilla Coke if I go to Macca's, because it's like watered down or whatever it is. But yeah, it hurts my teeth almost, mate, Coca-Cola. So Pepsi Max, man. Yeah, I'm with MJ. I'm on a very lonely island of Turkish Delight fans. Joel, my mum, my favorite woman in the world, and loves Turkish Delights. So that's why I don't judge on Turkish Delights. I must admit, if my mum didn't love them too much, I would be a little bit more of a judger, because I just don't see it. But hey, if Turkish Delights do it for you, mate, at least when you're on the island with mum. That sounded so wrong, didn't it? You're alone on the Turkish Delight Island with my mum. Stay away from her, Joel. She's a beautiful woman. Causa, don't turn me into Turkish Delight. I hate it. My favorite shapes flavor is nacho cheese. Causa, it's definitely in my top 3. Definitely in my top 3. And I like the fact you've given Turkish Delight a bit of a drive-by. Aerobar's my favorite chocolate. Hoof. You know your stuff. Blackiston equals West Coast cooler, but at Essendon, oh, I like that. The West Coast cooler. And again, my dear old mum used to love those. And do you know what? I reckon one of the first handful of times that I got a little bit happy, it was West Coast cooler, because that's what mum drank, and I think I stole it out of her esky. I never miss a skinny dog Palmer night. Jack, you know what it's talking about, mate. You can't miss that stuff. Good tasty music, said Sinan. Shocking food choices, mate. Well, at least I'm 50% there, mate. Have you had spag pizza? Yes, I have. And then the pizza shop changed owners or brands or whatever it was, and they didn't do it anymore. It was a dark day, because, yes, a good, what do you call it, bolognese pizza pasta pizza is elite. Would make Italian froth at the lips. You can't choose why they. Absolutely with you there, mate, with that pizza. The worst Coca-Cola product was Oreos with Coca-Cola. Does that actually exist, Causa? Like, I've heard of some weird ones coming out of Japan, like mainly with Kit Kat flavors. So go and Google Kit Kat flavors in Japan, and there's some funky stuff. Oreos with Coke. Wow. But I suppose we've had Vegemite with chocolate. So if people are doing that, I suppose Oreos with Coke is the next thing. I really hope that Bond keeps his Brownlow this year. I'm with you, mate. I'm 100% with you, Hoof, because he deserves it. And I put a tweet out. I've already mentioned it, that if Lockie's won 2, he should have won 4. Jack, Turkish Delights are elite. Chicken crimpy, best shape, and it ain't even close. I will give love to chicken crimpy. I'm happy to give love to chicken crimpy. And actually, Jack, a little guilty pleasure of mine. And I haven't done it in a while, but I went through a phase, I reckon it would have been a couple of years ago, where, you get you can get mini packets of shapes, and there's like 12 little packets in the big pack, whatever. Open the mini ones out, and then you get just standard cheese, and then you break it into little bits that match the size of the mini chicken crimpies with cheese. It's hard to beat that, actually, mate. Hard to beat that. Bloody hell, Turkish Delights. I didn't think they'd get that much love. Joel, you're not on an island whatsoever on your own here, mate. Anyone remember the Vegemite Cadbury? Beat me to it. This comment would have been there before I said it, so beat me to it. Just shocking. Just why, Joel? Why? Daz, Brian Taylor, I was stirring him that much to the crowd's amusement, and he shocked me. Came over, gave me a high five, and called me a cheeky bugger. Full respect to him. Do you know what, Daz? If you've gone through an experience with that, with BT, there is no other way but to respect him. You have to respect him after that, don't you? So, yeah, well played, BT, and well played to you, Daz, as well. Andy, Croxton Park Hotel, 15 Palmers on a Thursday night. Cheeky plug. Now, Croxton, is that near the train line? Like, Croxton is I know a train stop station. $15 Palmers. Oh, do you know what? If it wasn't for the price of petrol, I'd probably drive up just for that. But anyone around Croxton Park, that is absolutely worth the plug, mate. $15 Palmer, Thursday night. Watch the footy, having over Palmer. Wow, what have I done here? Sorry. Joel, can't decide between Maltesers or Reese's favorite chocolate. Shape's got to be barbecue. Oh, so we're having some variety with the shapes so far. This is where we've got to. It's food and shapes and all that sort of stuff, but I love it. Maltesers are just a classic. You really can't go wrong there. I must admit, have not tried Reese's yet. I know it's an American type thing, man, but haven't tried them. Haven't been to a Supercoach question in an hour, I reckon. Loving it, can't lie. That's true, isn't it? I'm just going down through the questions, mate. Going down through the questions. And, hey, if you want to talk Supercoach, great. If not, you want to talk shapes and all the rest, and that, hey, I'm all here for that. Just love talking with you people. Vanilla slices and apple pie with ice cream are my go-to desserts. And do you know what? I'm not going to bag that whatsoever. The only thing, and this is probably, no, I shouldn't admit this, Hoof, but I'm just going to be honest. If I get a vanilla slice, I actually just eat the middle part. The bottom part goes 100% of the time. And depending on the top part, it needs to be a real certain, like, elite style topping. I know it's a standard topping, whatever you call it, the icing or whatever it is. It has to be really good for me to eat that as well. But the middle is just elite every time. Apple pie with ice cream cannot beat. I don't know if this is controversial, and I don't think there'll be a heap of complaints from you, mate, because it's very much on. It's almost the best of. Do you know what? This is the best of both worlds, I reckon, for you almost. The fruit flan. The fruit flan. It's like the custardy flan with, you get like kiwi fruit, strawberries, you can get some with peach, whatever you want on it. Just, yeah, you won't go back. I don't reckon if you go with a decent fruit flan, you'll ever go back to a vanilla slice or an apple pie. That's probably too much of a big call because they're great as well. But as long as we're not getting around Vegemite shapes, pure trash. Yeah, no, I'm not getting around that. Also, were the fish-shaped chips come in blue or green box? Those slapped. Yeah, they were the they weren't shapes. Lanes? Are they lanes in the biscuit? Lanes, maybe not lanes, but it wasn't. Yeah, they weren't. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Yes, it is. Rocket the Croc. Beautiful, mate. And that's talking about the Crocs and Hotel with those $15 Palmers, if you don't mind. Of course, I don't understand why Coles came out with burger hot cross buns. Who buys these things, Causa? Sinan, I know my citizenship will be under heat for saying this, but Vegemite is horrible and shouldn't exist. Oh, you've probably offended a few, but there'll be people at the same time, Sinan, that are absolutely with you, mate, that are absolutely with you. Look, I think Vegemite should exist, and there is definitely a place for it with the Vegemite and cheese scrolls. Absolutely a place for it, mate. But there's certain things it shouldn't go with. It really shouldn't go with anything else but bread, in my opinion. Jack, $15 for a Parma. That's like a pot at my local. I know that's why it's too good to be almost true, isn't it, mate? DR, that's a fair call, the vanilla slice. All right, Hoof, I haven't offended you. Good, mate. We're still half on side there. I like it. Didn't people stop eating chicken parmas, at home at least, when chicken duets came along? What's a chicken duet? I don't even know what that is, mate. I might need to find out, though. I'll still eat the whole lot, though. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Jolly, might have to suss the Croxton. Got 40% off pub meals at certain pubs. So gonna imagine that, 40% off a $15 Palmer. Like, life is just almost set and complete. Supercoach code, the vanilla slice call is outrageous. The top is the best. Oh, the best part? Is that what's the hotter take? The fact that I just eat the middle, or the top part is the best part? What's the hotter take? I'm not too sure. Let me and Jack know, because we're butting horns on the vanilla slice now. With love. Every time we butt horns, it is absolutely with love. I still can't work out, Jack, how I knocked myself out that night. If I actually ran into the pole, or if the damage was done pre when you booked me the Uber. Grant Levi Ashcroft on a huge trajectory, going unnoticed, mate. Unnoticed by many, but not with me. I have that much love for that young man. Which sounds, I shouldn't have used those words, but I love Levi. Anyone seen Telerook Hotel? Mate, absolutely I have. Replaced the meat tray for 20. Jerry Cam with a fuel of choice. Safe to say Tommy Barras not buying tickets. Telerook, that's the white one, isn't it, mate? With like little general store that's right near there. Have had a meal there with the old man. Had a Palmer actually there, which is standard for me, which is, yeah, no surprise. Causa, if you had to go to one concert or artist for the rest of your life, who would you choose? Oh, Causa, that is almost unfair to ask. For the rest of my life? It's funny because I like a range of different music, and like sort of for different reasons, different moods. For the rest of my life. Oh, do you know what? It's going to be a random one. The presidents of the United States of America. So I'd have like Lump, June Buggy, Peaches, which you can chill out with a few. You can go a little bit more nuts with a few. So that's probably where I'm going to land. Presidents, Causa. Sinan, Galak Torabikio. Galatorabikio. Better than vanilla slice. I love a nice creme brulee. Yes, agree. Creme caramel reminds me of childhood. The nan used to, turn it up sideways. You break the two little plastic bits and it falls. Absolutely, mate. Anything milky and sweetened, honestly, yeah. Turkish desserts are excellent for that. I don't know if I've had a Turkish dessert. Well, I don't like Turkish delight, but Turkish coffee, that will put you some hair on your chest. I'll tell you what's in it, as you probably know, mate. 40% off at the Croxton. Oh, Joel. Like, let's all just be jealous of Joel for a sec here. 40% off $15 Palmers. Hey, you got to take the wins in life, Joel, when you get them, mate. Slice of cheap chocolate mud cake, microwave 15 seconds with vanilla ice cream. GRB, you are just a simple human, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot, mate. You can't really go wrong there. Daz, have you tried a battered Mars bar? Daz, if you're ever in, does it still exist there? I haven't been there for a year. In Whittlesea, Starfish Seafood, they do the best ones there, mate. I don't know what it is. It's standard Mars bar, I know, but the batter, it is, have I ever? Absolutely, mate. And Turkish Delight. What are all you people with Turkish Delights? I've never seen so much love for a Turkish Delight in my life. Maybe I'm the odd one out. It's hard to believe, but maybe I am. Joel, are you an ALH man? Good lad. I don't know if that. Oh, because Joel was going to the Crocs. Yeah. There's no place in Flemington that does Palmers for 10 to 12 bucks. Oh, there is a place in Flemington, 10 to 12 on Mondays, Pacino's. What even is this? Is there an alternative universe where this exists? How are they even making money? That's like shout out to Pacino's. Middle is a hotter take. I agree with God. I accept that, Causa. I accept that. Yes, Sir Andrew. Very good discounts for Endeavour Group workers. Oh, hang on. I read that. I read that wrong, didn't I? I read that as like, yes, Sir Andrew. Like Andy's been knighted. Yes, Sir Andrew. It's. Or did you want to knight Andy? Hey, what a legend. He works there. I'm guessing, or has something to do with it, the great Andy. So, yeah, let's knight him just for the $15 Palmers. Supercoach George, you got lost walking home, I think, and banged into a pole from memory of what you have told me the next day. That was the messiest night, but the best night. It was like a big Supercoach catch up. It seemed like not everyone, heaps of great people missing, but everyone at the same time. Steve, SDS, like Dan was there, Freo Tragic, George made an appearance for a while. I'm forgetting so many great people, so I'm going to stop saying names because I don't want to offend anyone because I loved everyone there. But yeah, it was a huge night, and yeah, God got me home. Was risked his Uber rating massively, but I believe that he's somehow miracles happen. I think I got a 5-star rating, and that was Brent and I. Anyone that has met Brent, I love the man. He's my best friend, and myself together after a footy match, or if we've been on the sauce, been on old grandfather's old cough medicine on the big night out, you'll know that we can get very loose, to say the least. And these blokes look after us magnificently. The Wagon Wheels and Tin Tam Slammer. Yes, and yes to that. Maddie, I agree. Middle part is the best part of vanilla slices. Although growing up, we called them snot blocks. Oh, a snot block. How good is that? That is a ripper, Dave. Sort of puts people off probably eating them with that name. But hey, Causa, I've now got one with me. Maybe it is more taboo to go the bloody top, Jack. I went to Metallica concert last year at Marvel Stadium. It was epic, mate. Love Metallica. One of my favorites of all time, without a doubt. Best Metallica song. Oh, Fjord. I'm going to go with something different. just because I love the jumping and you're in it with a certain mood. Bit of sad but true. Sad but true. You know, boom, boom, boom. I'm losing my mind. Andy, while we're on the topic of food and drink, Nesquik flavors, strawberry then banana for me. Yes, I'd agree. Chocolate's probably third with Nesquik. Yep, I'd agree, mate. I'd agree. Yes. Nesquik's a little bit old school as well, like Ovaltine, isn't it? They still do Ovaltine. I don't even know. Matty, Josh Dunkley read these. You know what? I was going to say, I thought we're finally getting to a Supercoach question. Josh Dunkley rated his top bakery treats. So we're staying we're staying on the theme here, Matty. On his potty with Ads Trelaw. Vanilla slices and chocolate eclairs, a great pod to check out. I'll absolutely have to do that. And you know what? If Dunks gives his all clear to those exotic treats, then I'm absolutely with him, mate. I'll eat 10 of them for the man. Just an honor. Oh, Wu-Tang was ordinary last week. No way. Had half the members there and moved around like pensioners. Oh, that's so disappointing, man, because Wu-Tang, like, awesome. Awesome. I was actually, random story as well. I was waiting. It was a couple of weeks ago. Where was I in the city? Oh yeah, I got to the Brisbane Saints game early because I wanted to make sure I was there because they were doing all the Fitzroy stuff. Ended up having a beer up the road at just near Melville Stadium. It is, and of course I attract all the lovely, interesting folk. And there was this bloke there, and he'd had a big night. And he was telling me that he'd just been. We got in the talk of metal. We looked at my hair and all the rest. Like, you play the guitar, man. You're a surfer, whatever. I normally get that sort of stuff. Well, I'm a super coach. I'm just an absolute nerd. But where was I going with this? Yeah, he said that he watched Iron Maiden, didn't play like Number of the Beast. Eddie wasn't even out there. Like, he reckons he was just off it. All the early Offspring albums, Smash, Ixnay, etc., way better than Presidents. Do you know what? It's not a big call. I'm not going to go way better. But fun fact, the Offspring Smash album was the first actual CD that I got. I had all the Gunners cassettes and all that, but it was the first actual CD. And Self-Esteem, without doubt, my top 10 songs of all time. I would choose Coldplay, to be honest. I thought you were going Cold Chisel there, and I was going to say love Cold Chisel as well, Midnight Oil, all those guys. Come on, Pete out, like the best dancer of all time, and I won't like Pete better than Michael Jackson, in my opinion. I'll choose Coldplay. Got so many good songs that you get a different style concert every time. Do you know what? Chili Peppers may be the best call I've seen. If you had to listen to the same band for the rest of your life, that's actually, Jack, that's the best call that you've had. Way better than your stupid Turkish delight calls, mate. Rate the Chili Peppers one. Rate that call. Try Vegemite on eggs, DL. You'll be surprised how good it goes. I can't believe I never have tried it. The only thing I've ever had on eggs, like apart from salt, is like tomato sauce. Not even gone barbecue on it. But I'll give it a go, man. Are people talking about Turkish delight or the chocolate Turkish delight? Both of them are rubbish for me. I'm in my head talking about the chocolate coated one, but I've seen it in like just the standard in little plastic tubs. Neither for me, man. My mates keep having a go at me as they want me to try Turkish delight pizza. Tell them to get stuffed, Causa. Tell them to get stuffed. Oh, here's a man back. Anyone dunking on Vegemite is almost certainly a Blackiston owner. So that's how Wiz feels about you dunking on Vegemite. Wiz can be a man of few words at times, but when he speaks, everyone listens. Cinnamon scrolls I love. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a cinnamon scroll, can you, mate? That's old school and just, standard. The stream has been dangerous. Had to get on the sauce, and round one is next. Thank goodness, training Tuesday. Mate, what is the time? Are you actually been on for 2 hours and 49 minutes? This is actually, I think I've gone for 3 to 4 hours before. There was Carnage last year, and I just kept going on and on and on. But yeah, this has been an epic that I didn't expect. IKEA. I'll take the knighthood, DR. You absolutely deserve it, mate, for those $15 Palmers. Wiz is getting the good call. Every call that Wiz makes is a good call, even his Supercoach ones. Any tunes that make you feel nostalgic? Oh, heaps, man, like heaps. The most nostalgic tune. Oh, see, when you talk about nostalgic, I think like there's different nostalgia. It's like when I take myself back to a kid, then there's like early teens, then there's like when you first get a bit of action with the ladies type stuff. Then it's when my kids are born, when I was married to now. So, oh man, like the list is massive. The list is massive. Trying to think of most nostalgic. All right, this is a weird one. I don't know if many people even know about this, but I still love Aussie rap, and look, used to have a bit of a freestyle myself, just in the shed with some mates. But there was a rapper from Hurstbridge, Hursty, as people know it, called Bias B, and it's a rap called Melways. So Bias B Melways, old Aussie rapper. He's like OG now, really old now, but it makes me feel nostalgic because that's sort of when, I don't know, I was starting to the girls and all that, and getting a little bit of trouble. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you sort of look on those days when you get a bit of mischief and you look back as a bit of fun, I suppose. So yeah, I'll go Bias B Melways. We got to get pissed again. That was elite. 100%, mate. 100%. We'll actually work something out properly and make plans, mate. The best night has to be on my nickname stud at Lions game, where Hipwood was on the mark and the two girls behind. This is where Causa got his nickname, the ladies man, because these ladies just all over him. Causa wouldn't have a bar of it. Wouldn't have a bar of it. He's like, my standards are like, come on, ladies. Come on. You got to be an 11 out of 10. Dad, didn't you drop someone's phone in a beer? That was Swizz. I thought Damo Supercoach Eds had to drive you home, or was that another bender? That was another bender, yeah. And this was actually another official Supercoach function where I think I did like live potty. I think we headed to, was it Fox Studios that night? I'm not too sure, but this was both on the same night. Yes, I did, and I was on a table with some of the goats. There was like Az was there, JP, former winner, Swizz, Joey, heaps of people there, right? Great people, and yeah, somehow I got Swizz's phone in my beer. Ask how, I don't know, but he was the best bloke about it. He would have wanted to absolutely kill me. Nah, it's fine, mate. It's fine, mate. And then I think his wife, Mrs. Like the next day, put it in rice or something, and it started working again. But it stopped working. Everything, mate. I was like beside myself. I was dead set going to buy him a new phone. And yes, Damo did drive me home because I was meant to catch the train, and by this time there were no more trains left. And I was dead set in a mission by myself. And the great man basically ordered me to get in the car and help me. It was out of his way. So I've always had so much love for Damon, but even more love after that. If it was possible to love him more than I did at the time. AC/DC concert near the front was amazing last year at the MCG. I've never seen them, Causa, which is a blight on me. It's a blight. Hoof, fuck it, yeah. Sad but true. I'm your dream. Oh, I should have. Make your dream. I'm your dream. Make it real. How good is it, man? But just the. Oh, can't beat it. Beggars, how do you find out about these piss ups? I'll be able to show Brad Supercoach me guns and bigger than his now, especially right arm. Mate, if you are bigger than Brad, then you are huge, my friend. You are huge, bigger than Lockie Neal's calves. It's no sort of secret, mate. We just sort of look. A couple of them are like, I don't mean to sound like I'm any sort of exclusive or an elite person, but a couple of them are like invite, like by the one was Fox Studios, the other was like Herald Sun corporate sort of stuff. But there were others where I don't know if it was official or we just sort of said we're going to meet at this place, or like I know the last one, like Dan came down, Freo Tragic from Bondi, and we just all go, well, if Dan's down, we have to be there to see the great man because we love him. I'd never met him before in person. So I think that was the last one, or the one before that. Look, I don't know. Look, we'll organise like Jack, get it going, man. We'll organise like a Twitter group, like a Twitter catch-up Supercoach group, and we'll lock in a date where everyone can get there. But it has to be in Vic. because I'm a Vic man, or else it's in round 7. I'm up in Queensland with Brent, which is going to be awesome. Where's Brad? Brad's Adelaide as well now, isn't he? Because he was near Geelong, near Shorty, wasn't he? Daz, is the battered Mars bar in Whittlesea worth a 2-hour drive, then 2-hour? Oh, look, I'm not saying that the specific Whittlesea one is 2-hour drive worthy over other ones, because I have had others at different places and they've been more than okay. So I'm going to say no to that if you can get one that's more local, mate. I'm not going to go that far. I wouldn't do that to you, Daz. Master of Puppets and Where I May Roam, my favourite Metallica songs. You get no arguments from me, mate. Yeah, you can get no arguments there. My Ned Long trade in call from last year was better than Red Hot Chili Peppers call. Again, no arguments. I've got nothing to say because Neddy Long last year nailed it, Jack. Baggers, mate, best concert ever was to Treaty Oak. Boomtown went off. And let's just say, if you couldn't get something to take the hook, you're cooked. I think I might know what you're referring to. Comic Psychos would be a funny band to listen for the rest of your life. I've never heard of it, mate. YouTube search, Comic Psychos coming up. Been on for nearly 3 hours, and we're loving every minute. Appreciate you, Andrew. I'm having a great time with you blokes as well, mate, and sisters, brothers and sisters. I can't believe this. I can see 100 and where's my thing there? 126 people. You're sick. You people are absolutely sick. Life's a highway. Most nostalgic tune because of Cars. Life is a highway. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I cannot really disagree with what many of you are saying, apart from that Turkish delight bullshit. When are you going to introduce me to the Rat Pack DR? Oh, I don't know if I can't tell the story, can I? No, I'm not telling the story now, God. All I can say, community, is that I've had a couple of big nights with the original Rat Pack from Collingwood, Heathy Shaw, Didak, Kenny Johnson, the loosest unit of the lot. But yeah, that's probably a private sort of story. This one's there. But hey, Jack, if I'm ever in the position to go out with the Rat Pack, you're with me, mate. We're handcuffing to each other, mate. Still remember the night we went to Crown and we met Brent for the first time. That was so much fun, mate. He's a beautiful man for a reason. And fun and Brent absolutely go hand in hand, Causa. Did you play local footy in the younger days? Oh, yeah, man. I think I got up to 300 in juniors? Because, it couldn't have been in juniors 3. It wouldn't have been 3. No way 300 in juniors, but definitely had my 200 in juniors. And the reason is because back in the day, like playing for Whittlesea, we didn't have a heap of kids at the club. So I'd sort of so I started playing under 11s when I was 6, and then obviously played years in the under 11s. But then what you do, and I wasn't allowed to do it until I was like top age under 11s, but you'd then play for the under 13s, which was a game after. And then, when we were in 13s, you'd play every week for the 15s. So basically every week I doubled up playing games, and that's how I got to so many junior games early on. But yeah, played with some great players, against some great players in juniors. And I'll tell you what, I played against, AFL, blokes that had drafted to the AFL. And this bloke was actually drafted to the AFL, but nowhere near as big as his brother, obviously. The best opponent I had as a junior was Shane Harvey, Boomer's brother. Played for RSL, Preston RSL. And true story, I was like captain of my club, Whittlesea, all that sort of stuff. Never a superstar, but half decent, I suppose you could say, in a way. And he was giving us an absolute bath, was cooking us, right? And my coach said to me, right, Ryan, you're the captain here, mate. You just need to just run everywhere this bloke goes. Just run with him, right? And so I remember at halftime really getting him, like trying to troll him and getting his head, all the rest. No word of a lie. The bloke, and I'm not exaggerating, you can probably check out the record books if you were that nerdy to go back and check. The bloke kicked 15 in the next half on me, and I was wearing him like a glove. The bloke kicked 15. Embarrassed me. But how do I even get to that? But yeah, man, like played local footy for years and years and years. Yeah, loved it, man. Loved it. And to be honest, the only reason why I didn't continue playing a heap of senior matches was because I was a pretty young dad. And, with trainings, you had like and it wasn't just like the Thursday, Tuesday night trainings. It was like the Friday night drinks. You got to go out with the boys. Then it's like the Saturday game, the Saturday night drinks, the hangover for Sunday, all that sort of stuff. And being a dad, I thought one thing I'm always going to prioritize are my sons and my family time. So that's a big reason why I quit. Well, the reason really why I quit senior footy was to spend time with the kids. And once the kids were a little bit older, I came back for a couple of years, but just what I broke the leg, broke my jaw, and just like, nah, it's not worth it. I'm too old now. But that was a bit of a ramble, wasn't it? Sorry, mate, for that. Just joined. Well, never too late, CJ. Only bloody 3 hours in, mate. How long's Timmy English out for? I'm not too sure, mate. Yeah, haven't heard unless anyone else has heard. I've literally been on the stream, I think like 10 minutes after the game finished or something like that, mate. Jolly, 4 concerts I've been to, if you include a $5 Katy Perry performance, nice. Ice Cube, was that the same one? Is that when, was it Ice Cube with Ice? Was that when Ice Cube with Ice Cube? Was that when Cypress Hill or with Ice Cube? 50 Cent, I'd never seen 50. Wu-Tang, and hang on, did I? When he came out with them. Maybe I have. I think I have. And of course, Katy Perry. Well, I saw Katy at the grand final, Jolly. Bit of Katy Perry, can't go wrong. Only been to 3 concerts. Bruno Mars, rate that. Dua Lipa opens, very nice. Bastille at the Forum and Ed Sheeran at the G. No, I didn't go to Ed Sheeran. No, wife and I didn't end up going, and I regretted that. And I regretted not going because I had the option to go. But for some reason, I didn't. Dear, have you had any conspiracy theories? Do you have any conspiracy theories you've heard of that are interesting? Look, there are probably a few. There's probably 2 things that I've promised myself that I'm never going to talk about. First one is politics, right? So that's one thing I will always refuse to talk about, not if for politics. And the thing with conspiracy theories is, right, you can sound like an absolute fruitcake with certain things. I do have some. Not, I don't know what I'm comfortable to say. Let me think about it. Yes, I do. Am I willing to go with a few of the wackier ones? Don't know. There is one with the Clintons and that. Maybe. Oh, I've talked about politics and conspiracy theories all in one. I'm not going there for now. Forgot to mention, this is JFBS on the... Oh, nice to meet you, mate. If you remember the emails back and forth, absolutely I do, man. I didn't realize. So check out this great man's YouTube account. Give yourself a shout out and the link and everything down below, mate. But no, Joel, I didn't make the connection. Obviously, now you say it, I do, mate. Elite stuff, buddy. What is it? All right. I was gonna say I'm gonna leave it one that's 12:59, but I can't because. All right, I'm gonna get to most of these comments. I'm gonna rush through and then I've got to be out. You know I love you. Some Kilda fans are shocking and up and about all preseason, bragging about their big money recruits. Kicked out the captain of the club, Steele, to do it while Melbourne got rid of all the divas and troublemakers. It's hard to ignore. It is hard to ignore. I don't want to rag on St Kilda, but what a pickup it's been for the D's. Joel played against Whittlesea in a pracky match 1 week ago. Not too long of a drive. Man, nice. So you're still... Look, I'm an old man now, mate. Been retired for a long time. But, hope you did well, mate. Gave him a bit of a pumping. Next week, driving down to Geelong. Oh, man. You love your footy, mate. That's commitment, brother. Andrew, played cricket against Anthony Rocker. I was 15 playing seniors. Oh, man, you're a goat. Cricket goat. And he bounced me the bastard. Oh, what a prick, mate. Like a young man out there playing seniors and he tries to take advantage of you. Stuff you, Anthony. And on that, I don't know if anyone was here before, but yeah, I was watching the bit of a short of the grand final today with the old man, and we were talking about like Anthony Rocker swears that was goal. Yeah, bug you, Ant. That's what you get for bouncing Andrew. No goal, son. And played with Andrew Walker. Bit arrogant he was. I've heard that about Andrew Walker. It's like, I'm not here to put the man down, but have heard that about Andrew Walker. I tell you, he was a ripping bloke who I went to school with, who a very underrated footy, but did win a best and fairest from an AFL club, was Richie Douglas. Richard Douglas, real quiet, unassuming type kid. Wouldn't realise he was good at footy. Also, I think Australian level taekwondo was Richie as well. So yeah, great man. Went to school with Michael Barlow as well, great person. Yeah, heaps of AFL people went to school with at Assumption. Jackie, sorry, I lost it there for a sec. I had to play on Alwyn Davey at a grand final. No way, mate. Direct matchup in under 15s. He won the norm and we lost by 50 at Hudson O'Keefe in our team. Wow, and they had Davey twins and Matt Jefferson. Damn, what a junior team, man. What team was that for, dude? But it's stitched up having to take care of Davey. Yeah, it was Cypress Hill. I was there, man. We probably crossed paths. Hang on. Did I actually see you there, man? Were you wearing the Lakers? Were you wearing a Lakers singlet? I remember seeing someone there. Like, I reckon there would have been 4 to 5 people there. And I'm not trying to talk myself like I'm some sort of a bloody celebrity, but I reckon there would have been 4 to 5 people there that came like, DR, how are you, man? And all the rest. And I've got this, yeah, like Lakers Guernsey on for some reason with a bit of bling, man. Don't know if that was you or not, mate, but if I even saw you on the night, but I definitely saw a few people. Facts, injuries are such a pain, especially senior level. They're usually good ones, seem to be always tendon or break, never just bruises. Yeah, man. And look, I am the first one to admit that I get white line fever, but it's because I'm a pretty slightly built sort of a bloke. And I suppose just I know from my mental side of things, I want to let that bloke know straight away that you're not getting an easy game. Like, don't just think I'm some skinny dude that's trying to run you off your ass all day. Like, I'll put my head over the football, mate, like anyone will. And that's probably been to my detriment, to be quite honest. But yeah, mate, it's a lot of it was my fault. Probably doing things that I shouldn't have done, like stupidity more than being brave. Had the opportunity to go to Oasis. That's sick, man. Decided against it to save money. But on the same night, I spent the same amount on beers at a pub. Huge regret of mine. Yeah, would be, wouldn't it, mate? And yeah, fan of Oasis too. Yeah. Dare I say the conspiracy theories for the people? Ha, all good, mate. Look, it involves a bit of Pizzagate type stuff. I believe in Pizzagate. And the Clintons are dodgy as, mate. That's what I reckon anyway. But I don't want to go into it too much. You got that out of me. Trav, what's everyone's favorite all-time video game? This is a great call. I love rock and roll racing on the Super NES, River Raid on the Atari. You got taste. Gran Turismo on the PlayStation. Oh, all right. I'm going back to Master System. Wonder Boy, inbuilt. Oh no. Oh no, Alex Kidd was inbuilt. No, love Double Dragon on that system. No, I'm going to go just because the game was inbuilt. I'm going to say Alex Kidd on the Master System. Mega Drive, it was Mortal Kombat for me. Super Nintendo, I got to go Donkey Kong. Used to like Killer Instinct as well. Nintendo 64. Oh, it's hard not to say Mario Kart, but it's not even a niche, but Bond 007. First, 4-player game. That was sick. What goes next? PlayStation. No, Need for Speed was before that. PlayStation, I'm just going to go with GTA. And then that's probably me. That's my generation done. I didn't really do much on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, none of that. So that's probably me, man. That's probably me. Oh, did I say Mortal Kombat? Yeah, no, I did. So Mortal Kombat. And on PC, Street Fighter and Warcraft. Dungeon Keeper I loved. All that sort of stuff. Command and Conquer. Sorry, I just missed a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory, fuel prices are being hiked purely because Gina is a greenie who definitely have shares in Tesla or something. Never give in. Remove the DPF. I don't know that's fuel price or something, is it? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not massively into all this stuff, but I'm a Collingwood man. DR, it was a goal. Oh, look, all right. I'll give you the goal. We still win by, was it 3? I think. I'll give you the goal then. That's mean. NBA Jam. Oh, how did I not say NBA Jam? It's so hard to pick a favorite. Like, if you give me a bunch of favorites, NBA Jam is 100% there. How good was it, man? You could not miss when you're on fire, basically. Daz, hey, dear, I drove to Adelaide once for a cherry ripe. Overnight, 2 hours for the battered Mars bar sounds tempting. Daz, you are a big fan of your battered chocolates and the 2 hour drive. I simply respect that. You're a man that knows what he wants. You know what's required to get there, and you just do it. No regrets. I love that, Daz. Camberwell Sharks versus Ashy Redbacks. Oh, Camberwell. So what's Ashburton, isn't it? What's that? Not Eastern, is it? That's like Eastern, sort of that way, isn't it, man? I'm just like an old northern suburbs boy, mate. Like just a scrapper. How about those Lions? Oh, Carl, how are you, dude? Thump my mob from go to wire. I reckon Steen keeps getting a game. Cameron going like a bust either way. Thank you very much, mate. About those Lions. We're looking all right at the moment, mate. Looking all right, I think. Look, I'm not too sure about Steen. Like the week before, after his first game, I was basically thinking lock. Like you've got to plan to bring this bloke in. Now, I'm not too sure. I think he probably does keep getting a game, but I doubt whether they're gonna it will get to a point where they play him solo. But that's just my rough opinion, dude, without any sort of knowledge, mate. Thoughts on the backwards cap? Each their own. Each their own. I don't have great thoughts about it. I think it suits others more than it does. But again, I'm not one to judge on fashion. Look what I'm wearing at the moment. My dad said I look like a sheep or a lamb. It's like this Adidas warm jumper. But yeah, I'm not judging too much on the backwards cap. Unfortunately, not probably a little bit before I drove into watching the Supercoach content. I don't even know what that was from. Sorry, mate. But Mass, yes. How much for charity would it take for you to shave your head? Do you know what, dude? I was. It was back in my Tomo days. So 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was going to do it because one of the beautiful little girls that I taught and more, her dad was a local hairdresser, and we were dead set teeing up this big thing where if we raised, I think it was 10K for charity, we would do, and it was at school. It was going to be at school assembly, and Amor was going to get to shave my head. So it would take a fair bit, but the only reason why I would shave my head is for charity. That's the only reason I would do it, man. Because it's like I don't know, this is dead set. I've had nightmares of me shaving my hair. Nightmares, man. And they feel so real. Wiz, Alex Kidd on my system is goated. My man. And Pebbles Rocker goal every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Lions the more talented side though, pretty easily. Was it really? I must admit, I've grown up with pure Lions bias, just probably not wanting to think it was goal. Not doesn't matter because we won anyway. But yeah, is that the general consensus? Is it out there that it was a goal? I've never sort of known what the general consensus was. Pizza or pasta? I'm going to say pizza, but a good pasta is very, very hard to knock back, mate. 107 viewers at 1 a.m. is genuinely cooked. Have a good night, dear. Better sleep. Happy Easter. May the Supercoach carnage continue with all of us. Much love to you for staying with us, mate. Do you know what? I'm going to give it another 5 minutes. I'm going to join you, man. I've just always my back is killing me as well. Oh, but it's been bloody fun. Do you know what? This has been good for all of us, I think, after the shit bloody Supercoach round and year that we've had. This is probably what we all needed, I think. Milkshake Melksham, nice grabbing game. He just gets better and better, doesn't he? Tough bloke is Jakey Melksham. You wouldn't want to get in a boxing ring with him, I'll tell you that. It's kind of fun. Now, what was kind of fun? What is fun? Oh, everything's fun. I can't go back up, Jack, but much love, mate. A bit modern, but The Last of Us is my all-time favorite video game. S1 of the TV series is great. Also, I can't say I'm aware of it, mate. I'm sure the younger generation will know. Baggers, in COVID year team I played for, we stacked it. We had Hugh Bond, Venice, St Kilda. She's played against Hobbs, Fridge, and pretty sure Sammy Butler played. Bloody hell, season got cancelled after 3 or 4 rounds. That is goated, man. How many names he got there? That is unbelievable. A very proud moment as well. My young fella just got selected for the final cut. I think there's 42 kids from memory for the NFNL regional representative team. So plays against, I think, Eastern Leagues and all that sort of stuff. Looking good for the Northern Knights and all that. So just dominated. I'm not one of those fathers that's like, my kid is all that and a bag of this. But the kid is 14, 6'2", state high jump level athlete. Got measured kicking the ball at 55, 6, I think it was. Vertical leaps off the chart. So I need to check who the local milkman is, put it that way. But super proud. I love all my boys, but that super proud mate, Max. He tries bloody hard, and he's just, kid's a gun. And so he started ruck, nailed that, chucked him forward, I don't know, for quarter something, kicked a couple of goals, and then he plays a big-bodied midfielder and got the first couple of clearances. So I'll shut up because I'm a proud father, but I'm telling you, if he puts his mind to it, we'd never, ever pressure him. He can do whatever he wants, but tell you, he's got the gifts there. It's just about the work rate now. If he wants to do something with it, I think. Suns got a bit of heat on themselves. Melbourne outworked them. Noah Anderson wasn't super keen on getting his hands dirty. Don't even talk to me about Noah, Carl. You nailed it. You nailed it. He just wasn't. He's running those middle lanes. It's just shocking owning him at the moment. I remember doing the Sub-Zero spine rip fatality at my cousin's place. Kid had seen it for the first time, yelling out, and their stepmom took the Mega Drive away on the spot, ruined Boxing Day. No way, man. That is so unlucky. And just that you had the skill to be able to pull off a fatality is elite. I know there are a couple of basic, easier ones, but some of those tougher ones to pull off, man, were so good. Bundura Bulls, my junior footy club. Oh, nice, man. One of the old mate of mine, Shane Jacobs, was coaching Bundura. I think he's coaching, is it Craigieburn now? Or maybe not this year. I'm not too sure. Tassie Devil's current theme song is the same tune as the lyrics as theirs and the tempo. Love it, mate. Love it. Gary Moorcroft was playing there, wasn't he? Cameron Cloak for Bundura for a role. He was playing for Wallen, Cameron Cloak, but don't know if he's going around again or not. Steve, did anyone bench Sarong for Grill's score of 90? I've heard a few did bench him, mate, for bugger all, yeah. Don't know if you're into VAFA scene as much, but super unfortunate for the Fitzroy side in the past couple of years. I did get into it for a little while, mate, but just time constraints, excuse me, and I suppose priorities have just meant that I can't anymore. But yeah, I have sort of been up with the news, mate. Yeah, not great. Hey there, have you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm? Mate, have I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm? One of my favorite comedy series. Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of the only shows I've ever come close to not being able to watch because the cringe was so elite. If that makes sense. It's not a bad, I would not have a bad word about the show. It is just, it's almost on another level. On another comedy level. It's getting to Bond levels, Curb Your Enthusiasm. So Larry David, absolutely I have. Yeah. I'm just thinking about scenes in my head. Yeah, absolutely, man. You've gone up even more in my books there, Hoof. Kelly, Big Wits copped an absolute bath. Can't remember the last time he copped a touch-up like that. Absolutely, man. And Gorn, it just shows how good Gorn is, man. Mr. In Between is a great show. Ray Shoesmith. How are you reading my mind at the moment, man? Like, what a great Aussie show. If you're not as known, Between, Ray Shoesmith, a hitman, and I just agree with all of his values and principles sort of thing. Not the real violent type stuff, but, you know, when those guys are walking down the street, knock the ice cream out of his daughter's hands and ends up getting them revenge. Oh, it's best show. Love it. We have to do a Gridley challenge to see who gets the lowest one, and no one will beat me with my unique players. I know. There's Causa's just called out everyone on the Gridley with some fighting words there. I'm shocking on that, Causa. Janeth will give you a good go with Roscoe. Yeah, mate, live stream has helped us. Forget about the carnage and our Supercoach teams. Appreciate your legend. Nah, appreciate all you guys, mate. It's helped me as well because I was bloody pissed off. Got to work at 8, so better hop off soon as well. Good to do more streams like this, mate. Very good fun. Enjoy the rest of the Easter weekend, brother. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you for joining us, mate. Look, I will when I've got the time. When it gets back to school, I'm on school holidays. Obviously, now I'm a teacher. It'll be a little bit more difficult, but yeah, we're going to go for another 5-10, mate, and call it a night. Thanks for joining us, mate. Maybe a local catch up at the Excelsior. Absolutely. Now, I know a couple of Excelsiors. Which one are you talking? Let us know which one you're talking about, mate. Absolutely, dude. Baggers, let's go to Mini DR going to be my Supercoach rookie cash cow keeper. I'll tell you what, could be a nice ruck forward for us, but look, I'd never put that pressure, and I'm not one of those guys in Suns AFL, but yeah, mate, he's got all at his feet at the moment, mate. Spartacus House of Asher, Memory a Killer. Fallout are some good recent TV series. True Blood is the best vampire series from a while back. Do you know what's one thing? I've never really got into the vampire scene, man. Yeah, I never really have. Not to say I won't and it's not good, but yeah, never really gone there. Great minds think alike, brother. Absolutely, man. Mr. In Between. Absolutely. One of the best comedy shows. Yeah, do you call it? You sort of do call it a bit of, it's like dark comedy in a moment, in a way, isn't it, Causa? Mr. In Between, great chat. Oh, so I'm not the only one here. Like there's, yeah, sweet. Think I'm the only one who likes the TV show Dexter. Nah, mate, because he got to kill all the people that were dodgy people and all the rest. So nah, I like Dexter. That'll be the one near the Ring Road. Got you. Absolutely. Yep. Tomo. Yes, I used to work in Tomo, man. No, Tomo pretty well. Have I got to last comment? I've got to last comment, and we finish off a legend here. My man Johnny, Team Black Flag, as we all know, very famous around here. Already have 2 trades for next round. English to Max and Windsor to Faro. Love them, mate. Thinking that English is, obviously going to be out for a little while, mate. All right, and last one. How come we don't get another decent footy movie since the club? Hey, mate, maybe we should just put a production together and create our own one. You know, what do they call, like indie movies or something, or whatever? I'm not a film buff, but guys, I cannot believe I've actually done it. I got to last comment. Oh, my back's not thanking me, but what a time it's been. Why have we got over 120 people still on? There's something wrong with you people, man. Get a life. Joking, I love you all, but get some sleep because I need to get some sleep. Look, it's 1:18. This has been an epic one, hasn't it, guys? And look, I know that lots of lovely words and excuse me, I can't even talk. I'm going to go over and snot. I'm not doing this in the microphone. Hang on. Sorry, that was disgusting. I know that I've had lots of people, kind words thanking me for this, but no, thanks to you guys. Like the channel has really grown so much. We're at like over 7,500 subscribers now. Got the merch store. We've got so many new brothers that have come along for the ride. Wiz obviously being the newest one that we're welcoming into the Sword Play family. And can't thank you guys enough. So you guys are really the ones that keep us going as well. So I just lost that. Andy, what a stream. Love worked out. Was good just chatting nonsense for an hour and a half. And do you know what? It turned into a random, just a chat with mates type stream, didn't it? We were talking about everything but Supercoach, which, do you know what? That's probably the healthiest thing about the stream, that we didn't talk about Supercoach for probably half the last hour and a half. People that are watching this back on replay, we're going to get to a point where like, nah, I'm done. I don't know where you guys have gone with this. Alan, good night. Thanks, mate. And thanks to you, Al. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Easter Monday, that's why. It's Easter Monday. That's nuts. Here's one of my, this is true story. Supercoach Oracle, top 10 coach last year, and a childhood friend of mine. Our mums are like best mates, and grew up with Dino and didn't realize he even played Supercoach till recently. And Dino, Mary Ponticus, I work with Mary every day. I see her. How's Dino going with his Supercoach? She's invested in your Supercoach, Dino. Sick with a doubt. The season for me too, with injuries late out. Oh, shit season for me too. Dino, and Dino's one of the best minds in the game as well. Follow him on X, Supercoach Oracle. It's bloody tough, isn't it, mate? Love your dedication, mate. What a commentary. Appreciate you, mate. Thanks for joining us. We've been great in the comment section, mate, all night. 6 weeks from now, teams will be nice and settled. We'll have some luck. Go our way. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I said you're one of the best minds, Dino. That's why, mate. Great advice, brother. I faith my team will be firing on all cylinders next week with our boys. Their buys even. Oof. And John had 3 trade-ins this round. McKercher, Rochelle, Cozzy. That's why you're a gun, John. That's why you're a gun. That's why, well, that's not why we love you. We love you because you're a wonderful human. But that's why I love you as a super coach, mate. And last one, Mass, great stream. Thanks, legend. Now, all the thanks needs to go to you, mate. Thanks for joining us, Mass, and everyone else that's been here. If you just joined us, fantastic. If you've been with us for the whole time, then do you not have a life? What are you doing? Again, joking. There are some people that think I'm half serious when I say that, but yeah, no. Thanks again, guys. Rest up, mate, and you too, Hoof. Thanks again, mate. Guys, I am going to call it there. It is officially 1:22. So that was epic. I thought it was just going to go for an hour, but hopefully we've been able to take your mind off Supercoach just a little bit. Sweet dreams. Good night. Look, I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow night with another live. We'll see how we go. Is there any more to talk about? I'm not too sure. I suppose we'll get on to the chip flavors maybe if you want to go there. But we've done everything else from food to music to everything else tonight. Obviously, the stock market will be back there. We'll be back for the poddy. It's going to be a bit of a rapid one because, bloody hell, we've got a short turnaround this week. So we'll pump as much content out there as possible. But until then, thanks very much for joining us, guys. Much love. 101 people as I end the stream. I almost hate ending it with 100 plus people here, but just goes to show the love and the dedication. Thank you to everyone that did like the video. Goes a long way. And comments and get involved. And even if you didn't get involved and you're just sitting there listening in, hey, that's good enough. And we don't expect anyone to comment, but hopefully you got to be out of it and enjoy just a little bit. So thanks, everyone. Thanks to you, mate, as well. Take care, and could do a quick live with the team review at the same time. Do you know what? Might be a good idea, mate. We'll see how we go. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you very, very much. Much love. Hope that your Supercoach gets better. And do you know what? If not, at least we all suffer together. Catch you guys. Bedtime. Bye.